Na mtazamaji popote ulipo, natumai Jumaa yako imekuwa njema. Hakika hii ni Jumaa ya mwisho ya mwezi Januari mwaka 2020. Sijui kama ndio mwisho wa kula kabeji, wengi wanasema ni mwezi wa kabeji.
Bila shaka ni mwisho wa kabeji, wenyewe walikuwa wanaita Januari. Na sasa ni Jumaa ya mwisho, itakuwa ni Februari. Wanasema wenyewe mwezi wa kupendana.
Naam, ndivyo hivyo. Naam, kuna mengi tu ambayo tumekuandalia mbali na hayo katika NTV jioni hii leo, taarifa kemkem, lakini kabla ya kuzipata kwa kina, tuanze kwa kukupa vipasho.
Hatimaye James Nyoro anza rasmi majukumu ya ugavana, huku akiahidi kuimarisha miundo mbinu Kiambu.
Nani kinara wa Ukambani? Ni swali lililomo vinywani vya wengi, kisa ni mkutano wa BBI Kitui.
Aliyeua mama na mpwa wake akamatwa Machakos, huku anayeshukiwa kuua Mjerumani Malindi akikamatwa.
Gharama ya walimbwende kupungua kufuatia rangi ya mdomo ya kudumu miaka 5 kuwa sokoni.
Mbashara kutoka jumba la Nation. Hii ni NTV jioni na Daniel Mule na Kaltun Jama.
Karibu tena mtazamaji kwa kujiunga na taarifa za NTV jioni. Mkalimani wetu wa lugha ishara ni Flora Atieno. Rais Uhuru Kenyatta leo amesema kuwa yeyote anayewania kiti cha urais katika uchaguzi mkuu ujao atajipigania wala asitegemee kuungwa mkono na yeye.
Akizungumza katika ziara yake ya kuzindua miradi ya barabara, hifadhi ya mbegu za viazi na kutoa hatimiliki kwa wakazi wa Nyandarua, rais alionekana kughadhabishwa na baadhi ya viongozi ambao walisema walikuwa tu wanatoa ushuhuda wa maendeleo ambayo serikali imefanyia wananchi, lakini yeye alipoenda kuthibitisha maendeleo hayo hakuyaona.
Ziara hii ya Nyandarua inafanyika siku chache baada ya rais kusema wimbi la BBI halizuiliki.
Andũ aitũ bata wao nĩ wĩra nĩguo ndĩmeraga atĩrĩrĩ, ona tũngĩkanja kana mũndũ arĩa ciake cianda nĩguo angĩkorwo mũingĩ ndũhũnie, onawe wĩna kĩrumi mbere ya maitho make makani maheni nĩguo. Kwoguo nĩ twambe tũrute wĩra ũrĩa twahĩirwo tũrute nĩguo. Mahinda ma siasa nĩ magoka na mũingĩ wa Kenya ti mũritu. Mũingĩ wa Kenya nĩ moyo ũrĩa mageka kahinda kao gakinya. Ithuĩ batarĩ tũkorwo twĩna thayũ bũrũri nĩguo. Ona nyũmba icio ciothe kuma harĩa tũkinyire gũtirĩ na thitima. Gũtigũthiĩ ũguo, hau nĩtũgũcoka nĩguo. Hau nĩtũgwĩka atĩa? Hau nĩtũgũcoka, nĩtũgũcoka. Rĩu tũtigũcoka gũtũmana. Ndĩramerire, ndĩramatũmaga magoka na ciao. Rĩu nĩ ndĩrehaga ciakwa. Nĩgũcoka gũtũmana niĩ nĩguo. Reke njũke ndĩyonere niĩ. Ũgahe andũ itĩo, wahe itĩo ũgacokerio na andũ. Nĩguo.
Na mtazamaji, mbali na hayo kuhusu siasa, tunaangazia mengine ambayo yanahusu siasa vile vile na uongozi, ambapo James Karanja Nyoro amekabidhiwa mamlaka ya kuiongoza kaunti ya Kiambu baada ya kuondolewa kwa Ferdinand Waitito.
Nyoro ameapishwa baada ya shughuli hiyo kuahirishwa jana kwa sababu za kisheria. Viongozi waliohudhuria hafla hiyo wamesema kwamba ni wakati wa rais kuheshimiwa.
Huyu hapa Leila Mohamed na maelezo zaidi.
I, James Karanja Nyoro, do swear.
James Nyoro ameanza rasmi majukumu yake kama gavana wa 3 wa Kiambu.
So help me God.
Miezi 6 baada ya mahakama kumzuia Ferdinand Waitito kufika ofisini. Waliofika hapa walikuwa na hofu kuwa kilichotokea jana huenda kikajirudia, kwani hafla ilianza kuchelewa.
Jana tulikuwa na mambo mingi sana The county was very nervous. Watu waliona mkono wa kisiasa, lakini tumejua ilikuwa mkono wa sheria.
Nitaomba msamaha wewe jaji ambao uko hapa, kwa sababu jana mimi tukiwa na Gathoni wa Mushomba na wengineo tulikuwa karibu kufungua geti yako tukulete uapishe huyu gavana wetu.
Siasa za BBI na mgawanyiko katika chama cha Jubilee ziliwekwa wazi katika kikao cha leo, huku baadhi ya viongozi wakiwasuta baadhi ya wenzao katika chama cha Jubilee kutoka hapa Kiambu, ambao wanadai kwamba wanamsuta Rais Uhuru Kenyatta hadharani, jambo ambalo sasa wanalitaka likomeshwe.
Mkikuyu wowote ako nyuma ya Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, si kwa watu wengine. Wewe enda na hawa manyangarika kidogo, unaenda na hawa, watakwenda nyumbani, utawaona kama huyu ameenda na wale wengine watawafuata.
Mkutano leo Murang'a, na watu wa Murang'a wamesema rais hata tukanwa tena.
Ya kwake korwa nayo na kou araikara na kou oguoja tungigwa ati ni wokugiria president oke guku tukwamba kudiro nae perpendicularly.
Aya ndio senator wale walichagua pande hiyo ingine, muliwasoma majina yao na mukajua hawa wanafuata mkubwa wao, na mnajua mkubwa wao hawisi Kenya, sitaki kumtaja, lakini anajulikana na kila mtu.
Gavana Nyoro amesema kwamba jukumu kuu ni kuwahudumia wananchi na kuacha siasa za kugawanya watu.
Dr. Nyoro, wewe unajua ni rafiki yangu, na wakati ulimwagiwa maji kwa ofisi ni mimi nilikwambia usiresign. Wewe ulikuwa unataka kuresign, nikakubembeleza sana usiresign. Now you have the power. Whatever you wanted to do in this county with your doctorate degree, do it now.
Huku wawakilishi wa bunge la kaunti wakipewa heko kwa kumuondoa Waititu mamlakani, Nyoro ameonywa awe makini, kwani wembe huenda ukawa ule ule.
Hii kazi umepewa ni one of the most difficult jobs in this country. It's very challenging. Hawa ambao wamekushangilia hapa ndio wale.
Nyoro anatarajiwa kumtaja naibu wake, huku akiomba kumchagua mwanamke. Leila Mohamed, NTV, Kiambu.
Kwingineko ni kuwa gavana wa Nairobi Mike Mbuvi Sonko amewatimua mawaziri wake wawili katika mabadiliko ya hivi punde ya baraza lake.
Aidha, Sonko amewarudisha kazini Charles Kerich kama waziri wa ardhi na Mohamed Dagane kama waziri wa uchukuzi.
Melmendo na maelezo zaidi.
Nairobi, ambaye alizuiwa kuingia afisini kwake kutokana na madai ya ufisadi, amelifanyia mabadiliko baraza la mawaziri la kaunti. Katika mabadiliko hayo, amemfuta kazi Pauline Kahiga ambaye alikuwa akisimamia idara ya fedha na Winfred Gathangu aliyesimamia kilimo. Hata hivyo, gavana amewarudisha kazini Charles Kerich na Mohamed Dagane. Wawili hao wanaosimamia idara za ardhi na uchukuzi walisimamishwa kazi mwishoni mwa mwaka jana. Larry Wambua ambaye alikuwa waziri wa ugatuzi sasa atasimamia mazingira, na Veska Kangogo aliyekuwa akisimamia mazingira na kukaimu katika idara ya afya atasimamia ugatuzi. Sonko pia amemteua Karen Nyamu kuongoza idara ya kilimo na George Osewe kusimamia idara ya biashara. Osewe na Nyamu watafanywa tathmini na bunge la kaunti kabla ya kuanza kuhudumu. Hitan Majevda ataendelea kusimamia afya, naye Lucia Mulwa atasalia katika elimu. Lebo Olemorintat amethibitishwa kuwa karani wa kaunti. Mabadiliko hayo aliyofanya Sonko yameibua maswali ya kisheria, ikichukuliwa kuwa mahakama ilimzuia kuingia ofisini kufuatia mashtaka ya ufisadi yanayomkabili.
Sasa tumewaambia MCA wa Nairobi waangalie vile watu wa MCA wa Kiambu wamefanya, waondoe huyo mwizi mara moja aende nyumbani.
Sonko amefanya mabadiliko saa chache uamuzi wa mahakama kuhusu mabadiliko ya baraza la mawaziri aliyofanya gavana wa Samburu Moses Lenol Kulal. Hakimu mkuu mwandamizi Thomas Nzioki alisema kuzuiwa kwa gavana kufika ofisini kwake hakuwezi kumaanisha hawezi kutekeleza majukumu, ila iwe kuna maelezo ya moja kwa moja katika masharti ya dhamana aliyopewa. Mel Miendo, NTV.
Na mtazamaji, tunaendelea kusonga mbele ni kuwa hatima ya mamia ya wanafunzi katika kaunti ya Garissa haijulikani, ikiwa ni baada ya tume ya kuajiri walimu nchini kuondoa walimu wasiokuwa wazawa wa kaunti hiyo. Kufuatia hatua hiyo, bodi ya usimamizi wa shule mjini Garissa imetishia kuondoa watoto wote shuleni endapo TSC haitobadili msimamo wake.
Walimu katika kaunti za kaskazini mashariki mwa nchi wamekuwa wakilalamika kuhusu usalama wao, hasa baada ya Al-Shabaab kutekeleza mashambulio dhidi ya walimu ambao sio wazaliwa huko. Tume ya TSC imewapa walimu katika maeneo ya Fafi, Ulugucho, Ijara na Dadaab likizo baada ya shambulio la Al-Shabaab lililoua walimu 3 katika shule ya msingi ya Kamuthe mnamo tarehe 13 mwezi huu.
They have never made a negotiation. They have just decided to unilaterally decide to transfer all the teachers from this region. And as I speak, more than half, actually 3/4 of our teachers are away. And our schools are now almost collapsing.
Kwingineko, polisi wamemkamata mwanamke ambaye ni mshukiwa mkuu wa mauaji ya mtalii Mjerumani huko Malindi katika kaunti ya Kilifi.
Mary Mwikali Kavu wa miaka 32 alisemekana kuwa mpenzi wa Detering Haman aliyeuawa akiwa na umri wa miaka 75.
Hoteli ya Moriena mjini Malindi sasa ni eneo la uhalifu. Inadaiwa kuwa Mary Mwikali Kavu wa miaka 32 alimuua mpenzi wake Mjerumani Detering Haman tarehe 28 mwezi huu. Maafisa wa upelelezi wameanzisha uchunguzi wa mauaji hayo. Balozi wa Ujerumani pia unafuatilia uchunguzi huu. Mwili wa Haman ulipatikana hotelini ukiwa umekatwa-katwa. Kavu alikamatwa Diani, kaunti ya Kwale. Maafisa wa polisi huko Machakos wamemtia mbaroni mwanaume anayeshukiwa kumuua mamake Ndinda Kaloki wa umri wa miaka 74 na mpwa wake wa umri wa miaka 6 katika kijiji cha Malindi. OCPD wa Machakos Mos Ndiwa amesema kuwa Mwanza alikamatwa akiwa amejificha katika gala la mahindi nyumbani kwa dadake katika eneo hilo. Aidha, amesema wamegundua kwamba Mwanza amekuwa akiwashurutisha wazazi wake kumgawia kipande cha ardhi, jambo ambalo linaaminika kuwa kiini cha ukatili aliyofanya. Mshukiwa anazuiliwa katika kituo cha polisi cha Machakos hadi Jumatatu atakapofikishwa mahakamani. Familia moja kutoka Endembes, kaunti ya Trans Nzoia, wanaitaka serikali ya Kenya kuwasaidia kuuleta mwili wa jamaa yao aliyefariki Marekani. Inadaiwa kuwa marehemu Jacob Chelinda Simatwa wa miaka 41 alifariki Missouri tarehe 24 mwezi huu katika hali ya kutatanisha. Marehemu alikuwa ameenda Marekani mwaka 2002 kwa masomo ya juu. Helen Aura, NTV.
Na mtazamaji, tukiendelea kusonga mbele ni kuwa Askofu Dominic Kimengich aliyeteuliwa na mkuu wa kanisa Katoliki duniani Papa Mtakatifu Francis kama askofu wa Dayosisi ya Eldoret leo ametua katika kaunti ya Uasin Gishu.
Na kama anavyoarifu mwanahabari wetu Lois Wangoi, Askofu Dominic Kimengich atatazwa hapo kesho.
Sherehe za kumkaribisha askofu mteule wa Dayosisi ya Eldoret katika kaunti ya Uasin Gishu zilianza katika eneo la Moi's Bridge. Askofu Kimengich alifika akiandamana na Wakristo kutoka Dayosisi ya Lodwar alikohudumu kwa muda wa miaka 11. Walipokewa kwa nyimbo, vifijo na nderemo na wenzao wa Dayosisi ya Eldoret ambao waliongozwa na Gavana Jackson Mandago. Askofu Kimengich alibusu ardhi ya kaunti ya Uasin Gishu kama ishara ya upendo kwa wakazi wa kaunti za Uasin Gishu, Nandi na Elgeyo Marakwet ambazo ataziongoza. Kanisa la Katoliki la St. Teresa lilifurika. Wanasiasa waliokuwepo walimtaka Askofu Kimengich atoe mwongozo kwa nchi kuhusiana na masuala tofauti yakiwemo usalama na BBI.
Pray for this nation. Where we are as Kenya, we are not in a good place. Let's stop lying to each other.
Kwa hii mambo ya kubadilisha katiba tangu 92 na huko nyuma, kanisa played a very significant role, and we are urging our leaders Please give us direction.
Viongozi wengi wanasema ombea nchi. Mimi nitaomba nyinyi ombea wanasiasa. Chanzo ya matatizo ya wananchi ya Kenya ni wanasiasa. Na hiyo ni pamoja na mimi baba askofu, kwa sababu najua nilikuwa nimejipanga kwenda nyumbani, lakini hii kitu inaitwa BBI imeanza kuniweka pepo ingine ya tano fresh.
Hii BBI ilikuwa inatakiwa kuwa anza ya kuwakutanisha watu wote wa Kenya waishi kama ndugu, waweze kufanya kazi pamoja. Lakini vile sasa inaelekea inagawanya watu kuliko kuunganisha. Hiyo tu ndio naomba wanasiasa tutafakari.
Shughuli ya kumtawaza Askofu Kimengich itakuwa kesho mjini Eldoret na itaongozwa na kiongozi wa kanisa Katoliki nchini, Kardinali John Njue. Lois Wangoi, NTV, katika kaunti ya Uasin Gishu.
Mtazamaji, baada ya taarifa yake Lois Wangoi, tunakwenda mapumzikoni. Tutakaporejea taarifa zaidi katika makala yetu ya kila siku ya Ulimbwende.
More slices na bei ni ile ile.
I am pleased by just the simple little things of life. And I promise if you take the time, you won't be looking for too long before you find this little secret of mine.
On a Sunday evening, I'm looking back over all the years and where I've been. I had the seed of rejection planted in me from a very, very tender age. And that really set the stage for my experimentation even with the drugs. With heroin is that it gets to a point where you don't even have to hide. Like you can't hide anymore. I was at 45 kgs, skin and bones. My mom right now even tells me that, I used to cry to God and ask him, am I going to bury my daughter at the age of 24?
Naam, shukrani kwa kuendelea kutazama NTV jioni. Tunaendelea kukupasha ambapo mkutano wa umma ukiwa ni wa 4 wa kupigia debe ripoti ya BBI utaandaliwa hapo kesho katika kaunti ya Kitui.
Mkutano huo unawadia huku tofauti za kisiasa zikiendelea miongoni mwa viongozi wa eneo hilo la Ukambani. Swala ni nani anayefaa kusimamia mradi wa BBI Ukambani umetenganisha viongozi hao.
Mchana kutwa shughuli za maandalizi zilikuwa zikiendelea katika uwanja wa Kitui, tayari kwa mkutano wa kesho wa umma kuhusiana na ripoti ya BBI. Wenyeji wametaka mkutano uangazie masuala yatakayoboresha maisha yao.
Kilio changu BBI ikija ni tuoneshe mwelekezo ambao inaweza kusaidia wazazi wa Kitui tuwe tunaweza faidika na tukafanyaje tukaendelea.
Kwanza sana sisi mayouth hatuna kazi. Hiyo ningetaka ikuwe kitu ya muhimu sana ambayo itakuwa kwa hiyo BBI.
Hii nchi yetu tunataka amani. Tunataka vijana wahusishwe katika mambo yote ambayo inahusisha mambo ya
Magavana wa Ukambani Charity Ngilu wa Kitui, Kivutha Kibwana wa Makueni na Alfred Mutua wa Machakos watakuwa katika jukwaa moja na kiongozi wa Wiper Kalonzo Musyoka. Magavana hao watatu wamekuwa kitofautiana na Kalonzo na hata kumtaka astaafu. Ngilu amekuwa mstari wa mbele kuandaa mkutano huo, hali ambayo haijawafurahisha wandani wa Kalonzo. Kalonzo pia ameitisha mkutano mwingine wa BBI utakaokuwa wote tarehe 8 mwezi ujao.
This BBI is showing people that if you are not in the mainstream BBI, you'll be lost. So if Kalonzo had wanted to play it out, he looked at what happened in Kakamega and now Mombasa and Kisii, he must have come to the realization he has to be in. Equally, even Kinangilu, they have to be in. But something you mentioned which I must clarify. It is not true that it is easy to displace Kalonzo in Ukambani.
Mfanyi biashara Peter Muthoka amekuwa akijaribu kuunganisha viongozi hao wa Ukambani, lakini kuwepo kwa mikutano hiyo miwili kunaashiria uhasama ambao umekuwepo.
But again, Ngilu must also play it the way Murkomen played in Mombasa. He must know that Kambas can react against Raila in Kitui tomorrow. You're getting it when that rally comes. If they see that you are propping Raila at the expense of Kalonzo, so you must also, Ngilu and Kibwana, and they must endear themselves to Kalonzo so that this rally, which is their brainchild, then succeeds.
Kiongozi wa wengi katika bunge la Seneti na wandani wa naibu wa Rais William Ruto watahudhuria mkutano huo.
In Naivasha, we never at any point said we are going to have parallel rallies. There can only be one BBI rally at a given time. Only one BBI rally. And there are no better organizers of BBI rallies than the others.
Mkutano wa Kitui utakuwa wa 4 tangu mikutano ya kitaifa ya kupigia debe BBI ianze. Vincent Oduor, NTV.
Kwingineko, kampuni ya Nation Media Group imeorodheshwa miongoni mwa kampuni zilizoongoza ulimwenguni katika ubunifu mwaka jana.
Baadhi ya kampuni zilizoko kwenye orodha ya World Finance ambazo ni kampuni bora 100, yani kampuni 100 bora zaidi ni Walmart, Samsung na Apple.
Orodha hii inainua kuzipa kampuni ulimwenguni changamoto ya kuzingatia ubunifu hasa katika mazingira yaliyo na changamoto. Afisa mkuu mtendaji wa Nation Media Group Stephen Gitagama amesema hii ni ishara kwamba kampuni ya Nation inaipa kipaumbele suala la ubunifu katika biashara.
Na mtazamaji, na sasa katika makala yetu ya kile Ijumaa, makala ya ulimbwende, ni kuwa wanawake hupaka rangi za mdomo kwa sababu tofauti, ikiwemo kufunika mabaka au makovu. Wanawake wengi hujipata wakigaramika kununua rangi hizo ambazo nyingine huwa hawatumii, jambo lililowafanya wataalamu wa urembo kuibua mtindo mpya katika siri ya urembo.
Siku hizi kuna mtindo wa kupaka rangi ya mdomo kwa kutumia kifaa maalum ili rangi isalie mdomoni kwa miaka 5. Ni mtindo ambao unaendelea kupata umaarufu hapa nchini.
Rangi za mdomo ni sehemu ya urembo na maridadi wa mwili unaopendwa na wanawake. Kumekuwa na aina mbalimbali za rangi hizi. Kuna ambazo hazipenyi maji, zipo za maji, za mafuta na kavu. Baadhi hufutika mdomoni kila unapokula na nyingine hudumu kwa saa 24. Uhalisi huo umefanya walimbwende wagharamike sana katika kununua rangi nyingi na mbalimbali za mdomo. Wengine hujaza mikoba yao rangi za mdomo ili kujipaka kila wanapoandaa mashughuli tofauti. Kero hiyo imewafanya wataalamu wa urembo kutafuta suluhu ya kuwapunguzia mzigo walimbwende wa kuzunguka huku na kule wakiwa wamebeba vipodozi. Siku hizo walimbwende wanapakwa rangi ya mdomo ambayo inadumu zaidi ya miaka 5. Pia ni rangi ambayo huwasaidia walimbwende wasiopenda kuwa na mdomo mieusi au iliyoparara.
It's very popular in Europe and in Asia where you tint your lips with a pigment of your choice. The sun affects our lips more than anyone. We heal with melanin, so this is a treatment essentially for people of color.
Kwanza mlimbwende hupakwa mafuta haya ambayo yana uwezo wa kumfanya mdomo wake kufaganzi. Mafuta yaliyopakwa huachwa kwa dakika 20 au nusu saa. Halafu mlimbwende anachagua rangi ambayo anataka isalie mdomoni kwa muda.
Because we people of color, we might not have a very many wide choice. You know, some colors might not look too good on us. We personally have a few that I would suggest, because if I do red on someone who's a bit darker, it'll come out as dark pink. So the ink does not determine how it comes out. How it comes out also depending on your blood type, and there are very many factors to how you get to choose the ink.
Kisha Kwa kutumia rula, mtaalamu wa urembo hupima mdomo ili kujua eneo linalostahili kukolea rangi, kwani rangi haifai kugusa maeneo ya nje ya mdomo. Na hapa anafaa kuwa makini.
It's not only for the lips, it's also for the nipples, we have for the eyes, wide range, depending on where you want it done.
Vipodozi pia hutumika kuuchora mdomo. Kwa kutumia kifaa hiki, rangi huanza kupakwa mdomoni.
This is a treatment for people who do not like wearing makeup. You know, it's an up and you go, especially if you go on vacation, you don't want to carry a whole suitcase of makeup. You know, it's something that does last you 5 years, so you're able to enjoy a makeup, we say makeup-free, pencil-free life.
Mlimbwende anahakikisha kuwa mdomo wote umekolea rangi.
So if you do lipstick on top of tinted lips, the pigment for the lipstick comes out more intensely. Because obviously if you have like dark lips, then you do red. It doesn't look red, it looks maroon. But if you have tinted your lips, it gets you the very intensive pigments.
Rangi hupanguswa kisha hupakwa tena. Mlimbwende anapomaliza kupakwa rangi, matokeo huwa haya. Weusi mdomoni umeisha. Mlimbwende anafaa kutumia mafuta maalum mdomoni ambayo yatamsaidia kupona. Baada ya wiki 4 anafaa kurudi tena kwa mtaalamu urembo kufanyiwa ujazo wa rangi mdomoni.
Urembo tunaupenda na ndio maana ni lazima. Zilianza rangi za mdomo aina hii, kisha zikaja rangi za mdomo ambazo zina uwezo wa kustahimili maji. Na sasa mtindo ni kama huu, rangi ya mdomo ambayo inabaki mdomoni kwa miaka 5 bila kufutika. Hali Magongo, NTV, makala Ulimbwende.
Bali ndio hiyo sasa, gharama imepunguzwa hapo, japo sijajua ni fedha ngapi. Bila
shaka katika mtandao ya kijamii Mwashiru Davan anasema this is funny. Irene Wambua anasema hiyo ni tattoo. Mimi pia kwa upande wangu nadhani ni tattoo, manake inadumu kwa miaka 5. Karu Marias anasema side effects.
Naam, pengine ni baadhi ya masuala ambayo lazima yazungumziwe pale, lakini Ulimbwende ndivyo hivyo basi, siri ndio hiyo, wamebuni mtindo mpya wa rangi ya mdomo ambao inadumu kwa muda huo. Shukrani hapo sana kwa Kelly Magongo kwa kazi hiyo nzuri. Tunaenda mapumzikoni, tukirejea ni taarifa za spoti na Yoshua Makone.
Eldoret Technical Training Institute. Registration for January, May and September 2020 intakes is ongoing. Apply now. Eldoret Technical Training Institute. Growing reputation.
How powerful is the healing power of Vaseline? We applied Vaseline jelly to one leaf, the other we left alone. After just a few days, the difference is visible. Nothing locks in moisture better to keep skin restored. That's the healing power of Vaseline.
Sensitivity is a short, sharp pain that people experience when they have something hot or cold getting to the nerve of the tooth, causing that discomfort. If the sensitivity is left alone, it may get worse. Dentists recommend Sensodyne to their patients. It's able to get inside the tooth and calm the nerve of the tooth down. And the proof's in the results. It works.
Do you know what makes my cooking fun? It's having a partner who shares my passion for healthy cooking. Avena, the new premium vegetable cooking oil, contains omega-6 and 9 and is fortified with vitamins A and D. Lunch! Thanks, partner. New Avena premium vegetable cooking oil. Now available in all leading stores.
Wakati ya kudunda viwanjani sasa kistaarabu ni Yoshua Makori. Washikilizi wa rekodi za marathoni duniani Eliud Kipchoge na Brigid Kosgei wataiongoza timu ya taifa ya marathon ya Kenya wanaume na wanawake katika Olimpiki ya Tokyo, Japan mnamo Julai mwaka huu. Amos Kipruto, Lawrence Cherono, Vivian Cheruiyot na Ruth Chepngetich wamo kikosini. Mwanariadha bora wa marathoni duniani Eliud Kipchoge, ambaye pia ni mshikilizi wa rekodi ya marathon ya wanaume, atakuwa Tokyo, Japan kutetea dhahabu yake Olimpiki aliyoshinda Rio miaka 4 iliyopita. Kipchoge atawaongoza bingwa wa mbio za Boston na Chicago Lawrence Cherono na mshindi wa medali ya shaba katika marathon duniani Amos Kipruto.
You are not selected because you are an athlete. You are selected because your service all over the world shown you are clean.
Bedani Karoki na Titus Ekiru ni wanariadha wa akiba. Mshikilizi wa rekodi ya dunia Brigid Kosgei atapigania kuishindia Kenya medali. Frederick Ramogi ana imani kwamba atawahi tiketi ya Olimpiki katika mashindano ya mwezi ujao jijini Dakar, Senegal. Nyota huyo mwenye umri wa miaka 31 na ambaye ni mwanajeshi ni miongoni mwa mabondia 26 ambao wanajifua kambini Mathare hapa jijini Nairobi. Mwanandondi mahiri Frederick Ramogi, ambaye katika mashindano ya bara Afrika yaliyokuwa kule Rabat, Morocco, alinyakua medali ya shaba katika uzani wa super heavy, na kutana naye hapa katika hii kambi ya Mathare ya polisi. Anapasha misuli moto, anajiandaa kwa hali na mali kwenda kule Dakar, Senegal kuwinda medali ya kwenda Olimpiki. Frederick Ramogi mwenyewe, mazoezi yakoje hadi dakika hii?
So far so good. Tizi imeenda juu kulingana na last week vile tulikuwa hapa. Tukiangalia na leo, hata sparring vile tumepiga, kuna tofauti kubwa sana. Tumekuwa na gas, stamina, na tunasikia tuko na nguvu. Tumebakisha tu vitu kidogo ni sharpening, na tuko tayari kwenda game.
Kule unaendea nini hasa kikubwa?
Ni gold tunaendea. Tulishaonyesha hizi medali zingine tunaweza pata, lakini medali mzuri ni gani? Ni gold. Gold ndo tunataka. So mimi nikitoka Kenya na promise wa Kenya naenda kuwaletea gold.
Sasa we mwenyewe ulianzaje ndondi?
Okay, nilianza ndondi sasa na miaka 15 kucheza ndondi. Na nilicheza novice 2007. Hiyo 2007 ndo nilibeba mpaka novice na international, novice na intermediate nikabeba nationals. So from there nika join KDF na nikaanza kucheza ligi mpaka God akanidea sasa naweza wakilisha nchi.
Uzani wako ukwaibadilisha ama ulianza na huu tu super heavy?
Nilianza na heavyweight. Mimi nilianza kuwa mzito nikiwa mdogo. Miaka 10 zimepita nilikuwa nacheza bado heavyweight. Nikiwa bado 18 years nilikuwa mimi heavyweight. So vile miaka zimeenda uzani imeongezeka, sasa mimi ni super heavyweight.
Mashindano ya kimataifa ya kulenga shabaha ya IDPA yameanza leo mjini Bangkok, Thailand, huko timu ya taifa ikikabidhiwa bunduki za kutumia kuwinda medali hapo kesho. Kenya inawakilishwa na walengaji shabaha 5 katika makala mwaka huu, ambayo wanayatumia kujimarisha kabla ya mchuano wa bara Afrika utakaokuwa hapa nchini Kenya.
We've come now for the competition, but today we had to actually take some time off and try out the firearms, which we have been given to try and taste. With me here, I have a Glock, which is a Glock 17 that is going to be used by Abdul Hakim Daud. We had a Glock 34 that is going to be used by Ashu, and Sunny, and Ali Khan is using a Glock 19. Pitan Jiroge, as you can see, he's preparing with the firearm that he has. He has been given a Glock 19. With me, I've been given the match director's Glock 34, which is more or less like the same weapon I usually use at home.
Kiungo mshambulizi wa Harambee Stars Ayubu Maseka Timbe anatarajiwa kujiunga na Reading inayoshiriki ligi kuu ya Uingereza daraja la pili kwa mkopo hadi mwisho wa msimu huu. Timbe ambaye amekuwa akishiriki mazoezi na timu hiyo ametokea klabu ya Beijing Rene ya Uchina ambayo imeshuka daraja. Timbe mwenye umri wa miaka 27 alichezea Rene mara 13 kumradhi katika ligi kuu ya Uchina msimu ulioisha. Timbe alichezea Harambee Stars katika dimba la mataifa ya Afrika nchini Misri mwaka uliopita. Timu ya taifa ya raga ya wachezaji 7 kila upande imeimarisha mazoezi yake kabla kuwania taji la raundi ya Sydney ya ligi ya dunia weekend hii. Shujaa itafungua kampeni yake ya kundi A dhidi ya Fiji saa 12:09 kesho asubuhi uwanjani Bankwest. Mechi ya pili ya Kenya chini ya kocha mkuu Paul Fini itakuwa dhidi ya Wales saa 6:05 adhuhuri. Shujaa itahitimisha awamu ya makundi kwa kupambana na New Zealand majira ya saa 11:41 Jumapili asubuhi. Nimetema madini kiukweli saa 8 kesho ndani ya Top Sport. Kwa sasa kwa heri ya kuonana.
Na asante sana Yoshua Makori, nasi pia la ziada hatuna. Tukifungasha hapa tunajua Dr. Kingori anajiandaa kuingia katika anga hizi na makala ya The Weekend Edition. Mimi nakutakia wakati mwema unapoaga mwezi Januari kuanza mwezi Februari hapo kesho.
Bila shaka asante pia kwa wale wote wamfanikisha taarifa za NTV jioni. Mimi ni Kaltun Jama, usiku mwema. Lakini kabla ya hapo mkalimani wetu wa lugha ya ishara alikuwa ni Flora Atieno.
This is NTV.
Be part of over 40,000 students pursuing and nurturing their career at Moi University. Enroll now. Moi University, the foundation of knowledge.
Kuna bibi kuna mdenge fulani bibi hapo na nywele refu yani. Kuna ngoko fulani bibi amemezali yake hadi Sasa ndio madonna na kutupinya mtu mbao. Mimi nimemjenga dhao. Gari ilikuwa salasa. Akaniambia nimjenge 17 hapa tena 30 yangu.
The way this position is tiring. Nimechoka.
What's that? Ni shosho fulani hapa hivi.
Ati shosho.
Call for long at 1 shilling 50 cents to all networks.
Cartelo.
Dial star 544 hash to subscribe. Telcom, moving with you.
Hanging out, it's my summer, got my squad. We go harder, we got a little bit of feel good now. It's my let's have a little bit of feel good now. Be myself, that's my secret. Stop and chill, best believe it. This is the weekend, so we're getting down. Let's have a little bit of better, that's my flavor.
NTV, turning on your world. The following program has been rated PG. It may contain scenes unsuitable for children under the age of 10.
Hello and welcome to the Weekend Edition. I'm Dr. Kingori. We have a great show lined up for you. Another episode with a power couple. Now, I've wanted to cover the concept of blended families on this show. Na tumekuwa tukipanga for some time, and here we are. They are a beautiful story, But one of the highlights of their relationship is that the gentleman once allegedly proposed on live TV and the lady said no. Sam West and Vivian are in the house. Mambo ya kupropose, inakuanga yes or no, ni referendum question. Now, before we get to that part of the show, so much needs to be addressed, starting with this video that has been doing rounds on the interwebs. I believe it's from Uganda, but I have not independently verified when it happened. But honestly speaking, what is going on here?
Father, remove all this meat, all this pork out, in Jesus' holy name.
Okay, some pastors are pushing this stance too far. Yeah, hana anointing oil, so anaombea mtu amekuja na mafuta yake. No, I'm so tempted to show this clip to my trainer Jamil Zafar just to get a second opinion. Realistically, though, I find these prayers contradictory. You know, there's a parable about the 10 virgins, 5 foolish na 5 wise, and when the bridegroom came, he rewarded the 5 who had oil. Sasa huyu akiombewa, si bwana atarudi apateana mafuta. Huyu ndio mwana kondoo. Not because of mafuta, but because of the reasoning hapo. You've got to give it to him, though, for the bold move. Wanna get? This is a step of faith. You'd rather take your chances with the bridegroom than to remain a sinner and then give the devil the pleasure ya kukuchoma na mafuta yako. That's messed up. On a serious note, though, how do you pray for fitness? How do you pray to get fit? Wapendwa, Jumapili ijayo tuko na kesha ya abs. Na msisahau the following Saturday tutakuwa na ibada ya kifua tukiongozwa na ndugu Omoro. Come to think of it, why is this pastor even praying for the guy, yet in every church has a gym session? Huyu jamaa tu angeambiwa afuate instructions za worship leader. He's the default gym instructor wa kila kanisa. Tutaanza na kumkimbilia Yesu, alafu makofi ya kilo, tumuinue Bwana, alafu tumalizie na kumkania. Simple rules. Thank you for tagging me on that video at Las Alano on Twitter. And speaking of preachers,
This is a good time and a great time. I am University of Agriculture and Technology. I am blessed with the Lord, who you've been seeing all over in the internet and wondering where can you find this man and this young man of God. He is Reverend Victor, blessed by the Lord.
Oh, now I don't know what this young preacher did to some people, but after seeing the comments on his videos, I have concluded that Wakenya wapendi mtu wako na kizungu mingi. For real, that explains why PLO alifutwa kazi. Miguna ndio huyo analazimishwa akae na wazungu wenzake. Hata Sonko alikuwa tu sawa, alikuwa anapendwa until he pulled this.
Of Republic of Kenya, Uhuru Kenyatta. Nairobi is proud to be the first city in the world.
Now, I'm so excited about today's topic, very relatable and so much fun around it. It actually now qualifies as a trend. We had Njugush and Wakavinye on our previous episode, but now that the month of love starts tomorrow, we thought it would be a great idea kufuatanisha couples. And I also think it's a special way ya kufunga January. Sam West is a comedian, Vivian is a musician, na story yao inaniwasha sana. Sam West and Vivian are joining us on the other end of this break. So please, let's extend this conversation to the other end of, to the other end of this short break. See you guys in a bit.
Eldoret Technical Training Institute. Registration for January, May and September 2020 intakes is ongoing. Apply now. Eldoret Technical Training Institute. Growing reputation.
Oya ni aje, mimi ndo Jonte Fresh. Mimi ndio nimetambulika hii Gikomba yote sekta ya manguo. Jumio transform nguo ordinary za mtush zenye ziuka mna hii harufu ya bale into the freshest Iggy kosi yote. Siri ni hii Ariel mpya ya pink. Na kushow mtush zinang'ara kung'ara kushinda kamera. So clean, so fresh. Makastoma wanaisana na hii story. Ninatumia Ariel touch of down ya mpya tu.
Birthday party.
Birthday party.
Birthday party.
Are we not invited?
We have gifts.
Valeria.
Mommy,
Run or die. Party! Compared to laundry spray, Mortein Doom Power Guard kills disease-causing pests instantly. Mortein Doom Power Guard.
It feels good, Coca-Cola and food, Monday to Sunday. We are chasing taste. And let's just grab a bite, the excuse to drink Coca-Cola every single day. So we feel forever be real, together stay free, whatever ends. No, we can't stop, we wanna taste the feeling. Nothing can ever bring us down.
Taste the feeling.
How powerful is the healing power of Vaseline? We applied Vaseline jelly to one leaf, the other we left alone. After just a few days, the difference is visible. Nothing locks in moisture better to keep skin restored. That's the healing power of Vaseline. Do you know what makes my cooking fun? It's having a partner who shares my passion for healthy cooking. Avena, the new premium vegetable cooking oil, contains omega-6 and 9 and is fortified with vitamins A and D. Lunch! Thanks, partner. New Avena premium vegetable cooking oil. Now available in all leading stores.
How to use our E-levy portal. Click Sign Up to begin the registration process. Once you have filled in all the necessary information, click Register and complete the registration process.
Welcome back to the Wicked Edition. I'm Dr. Kingori. Nimewambia ni series ya couples tunafanya mbili just before the month of love ianze, and our guest tonight ni Sam West na Vivian. Karibu sana kwa show. Sawa, poa sana. Blended families.
Yes.
Blended families. Hiyo ndio tunataka kuongelea leo. The idea ya umekam na mtoi kwa relationship, ama nyi wote mmekam na watoi, ama huyu amekam naye alafu wewe una launch wako ndio balance the goals. Ikuwe ni either 1-1 ama ni yenu kwanza sasa ni 1-1, right? How is it kwanza?
Sam was actually talking about it.
There are so many single mothers and unapata mtu akipata mtoto ana feel kama life imechange, ni kama sasa anafaa ache kufanya kile anafaa kufanya, kupasi purpose yake. Sasa anafaa sasa atulie, apunguze goals zake. So it's a common thing. So niko namwambia what happens, it's just a deviation kidogo, umedeviate kwa life yako, but haufai kuacha kupasi zile vitu kwa taka kupasi in life.
Ni ukweli?
Oh yeah, I think it's very true. It's very true. I think also based on our culture maybe, because you know, even there are instances, I think kitambo, where if you as a woman you got a child outside wedlock, ata karibu ufichwe, unaona, because it's like you're embarrassing the family, or you know, and I feel like that's not okay. As much as we need to talk about more about waiting for you to get into a stable relationship, even better to get married in order to start getting children, it's important to understand that once you already get a child, it's better to deal with it.
Ah, nice.
Yes.
But the most difficult part, junyimi hata mshapita hiyo kabisa. Sam, umekam na mtu wako? Yes. Unakam na, as in kila mtu amekuja na reminder ya ex wake. Now, so, nazajuliza, hawa toi wako na other parents, sindio?
Yes.
So technically mtoi ako na 4 parents, sindio?
Hata si 4 parents, ako na grandmothers kama 4.
8 per child.
8 actually.
So mimi naiangalia hivi, ukiwa na mtoi na ako na relationship na mama yake, na huyu ako na relationship na baba yake, mmekam pamoja, right? So anaintroducewa kwa Sam aje as dad ama anamuita tu Sami?
You introduce your child to another man when you're sure that that is the man that you're going to spend your life with. Because some things that I've seen over time, kwanza sahi era tunaishi, okay, you can't be, you're dating this one, then it doesn't work out, and then you date this one, and then you introduce all these people to your child. And I get it. There needs to be those healthy boundaries. And I think that's what we did, especially with our kids.
Okay. Like you have to be very, very sure before you start introducing your kids.
But hata kwa hiyo relationship ingine you are very, very sure.
But unajua huyo ni mamake ama huyo ni babake. Sasa you've gotten into a new relationship, you've met a new person. Sasa you have to tell the kid, sasa this is your new stepmom.
Yeah.
And then sasa of course ni depressing to the child. Actually it's very stressing.
Yeah.
Kwa sababu now you have to allow the child first to mourn the death of the previous relationship. And now you're introducing this child to a new relationship. One, mtoto akikuja, maybe akiwa in the other relationship alikuwa firstborn. Sasa in this new relationship sasa anakuwa secondborn ama anakuwa lastborn tena.
But that's a good deal. Firstborn ama lastborn, bora usijipate katikati, that's it. Wasa wa katikati ndio umia.
But unajua kuna privileges kuja na lastborn ama firstborn. Sasa ukiingia in a new relationship and now there's a new child who is a stranger.
Oh.
Sasa ana feel kama some of these privileges niko napata nikiwa peke yangu. Now we have to share. Now I have to share my dad with someone else.
That's fine. That's shareable. Mali shida inakujia ni wachana na celebration. Kuja hapa kwa mateso. As in, unaweza piga mtoto wa Vivian Ngoto. Legit. As in, no, for real, serious. Like, ile isikuwe na hard feelings. Ile, hiyo, yeah.
The thing is,
ndio maana umesikia.
Kuuliza maswali obvious. Okay, the thing is, once you bring the kids together, lazima understand discipline ama consequences na rewards lazima zikuwe the same. Kama huyu amekosea, ile punishment unapea huyu unafaa upea huyu mwingine.
Sasa kama hajafanya makosa, so ana share punishment juu blended family.
Si hivyo, wewe ukifanya makosa, huyu mwingine pia atafanya makosa.
Mbona Waitito wameimpichiwa but hawajatoka na Nyoro? How? Serious. Simple mathematics.
I think you have to go with the pace of each child. I think that's one thing maybe especially these are also cultural problems. Tumelelewa mtoto hana voice. But children are just small adults. You'd be shocked at how much they remember and how much they observe.
Yes.
Even how much as an adult you remember through your childhood. Kuna zile pengine hujaituambia hapa unaweza sema. But the truth of the matter is, at the end of the day, you have to listen and look at the signs of the child. If the child imefika mahali maybe haja warm up kabisa to you as a new person, you need to go at their pace, even if it's going to take time. Sababu those are some of the things as parents we have challenges. Sababu tumezoea ile control. But ukiwa na hiyo control, everyone in the home will be unhappy. So kama amezoea babake ndiye anamwekeanga chai, you have to let that happen. Kama amezoea, such things. So it's you have to be very observant.
So kila mtoto kwa blended family anakuja na manifesto yake.
Yeah, kitu kama hiyo. So for instance, like my son, he's only 6 years. Daughter yake
she's 10.
10.
Oh, alianza dhambi mbele yako so. Akona 4-year head start.
Be careful what you say in front of King Ori. Tafadhali, he's going to use anything.
No, for real. That's open.
So what I was trying to say is this. So anytime my son anahitaji help na homework, of course anakujenga the smartest person in the family. So nitamsaidia. So now what happened, the daughter, si ni kweli, hiyo story ni kweli.
Wapi women's guilt? Women's community.
Utapata right of reply.
So what happened is, the daughter pia kana kuona, by the way, Sam, kuna vile anasaidia na homework na maswali zake ni za ukweli, unaona?
Maswali ama majibu?
Majibu ni akienda shule zinakuwa right. So akaanza kuniuliza maswali, but unajua pia wakati mwingine kuna time some of the questions can be tough. Kama jana kuna moja niliulizwa that was very difficult. It can confuse. It was here kujaza the dots. So ilikuwa F-C-. Nikajaribu kufikiria. But answer ilikuwa face, ni face, F-A-C-E.
Hata nyinyi mlikuwa mnafikiria kila kitu. man. I think inafaa kuokoka tena. Sikuwa najua niko pabaya hivyo. Sikuwa najua niko pabaya hivyo. But okay, Vivian, what's the maximum kwa blended family? I read an article ya Dame anasema she's a single mother of 4 children. Amemeet msee ni single father of 2 children. Nikajiambia hiyo ni relationship mnaanza na ground, mnaanza kwa ground na 6. Okay? Ni game imeanza na 6. Na alafu sasa kila mtu ataka kubalance equation, which will be the next question. Yeah, what's the maximum for a man? What's the maximum number of children a man can show up with?
I think the number of children is not as much of an issue as how he plays his role as a father.
As in how he handles baby mama drama ama his role as a father?
His role as a father, the mother of the children, his parents, just how he's able to handle that role he plays, especially for the child. Because you see, even for the mother of the child, it's not like every time naonana, or the parents-in-law, it's not like every time naonana, but the relationship he has with his child. If the child is confident in the father, if he's a good father, he'll make it easier for you, and he'll be patient.
That is wisdom.
Yeah.
That is very wise. Now let's turn to the wisest man in the family, to Skie. To the smartest man in the family.
Yes.
In the house. What's the maximum number, na usikopi, the maximum number of children that you'll be willing to marry someone with? Vivian sasa ya kulonchie, ni aje kulikuwa. Sasa hii sikuwa nimekuambia. But sasa just the maximum number.
I think it's never about the kids.
Usikopi bra.
Skiza. It's about your relationship with your partner. Kwa sababu when you're coming together, you are not in love initially with the kids. You're in love with your partner. Ukimpenda unabeba kila kitu amekuja na ni kama ng'ombe, ukikula unakula mpaka mkia, sawa? So lazima first uhakikishe the relationship between yourself and your wife iko intact.
That's an interesting.
Mnaweza fungua hata children's home kama mnapendana.
Hiyo ni poa, but umetumia word interesting. Mpaka mkia, that's solid. Nini inaitwaje Vivian? Kuna kitu inaitwa relationship ya mtoi na the other parent. That's definite. Unajua, si huyo ni mzazi wake.
Yes.
Na life continues.
Yes.
Unaweza kubali Sam apeleke mtoi wake waende naye sleepover kwa mama yake. As in, for company too. As in nothing happened, the relationship ended. As in waende sleepover huko, wa hang out, because nothing will happen. The relationship ended. Kabisa. Would you accept that? Thank you. Sam, Sam, Vivian ako in a situation ya baba ya mtu mwingine angependa relationship na mtu wake na amewa invite kwenye sleepover.
Yes.
You are a very wise man. I think
yes.
You can think different. What would you make of that?
The thing is, kitu ya kwanza, of course, now with blended families, kitu ya kwanza mtu anafaa ombe ni ex wake na ex wangu wapate watu. Hiyo ni kitu ya kwanza. Kwa sababu kama hawana watu wataendelea kumsumbua. So ni vizuri kuombea ex wako aendelee.
A
move on, naona. Otherwise kama unamthrow curses, unasema sijui aendelee kuangamia, atakuja bado utakusumbua.
Kingori unakani kama kuna mshipa hapa inataka kubasta. You okay?
Kwa sababu you guys apana, you guys are politically correct. Politically correct. Of course, no one would judge you, but you're speaking for other blended families out there. Yes, hujanijibu, umeniambia tu you pray for your ex. But let's say maombi yake haijajibiwa, maombi ya ex wa Vivian haijajibiwa.
Okay. Iko hivi. Lazima understand you're in a relationship now. So zile vitu ulikuwa unafanya ukiwa single huwezi fanya sahi.
Exactly. That's why nothing will happen wakienda sleepover.
Kama for instance, siwezi itikia Vivian akuje kwako Kingori ati sleepover.
Ana kama tunatoa video ya ngoma na nidonate. Wewe pia wacha.
Lazima hata mimi nikuwe hapo. Yaani kama
no wait. Sam. Vivian is an artist.
Wewe fanya hivi, nitumie yule wako. I come home.
No. No, it does not work like that because yes, he's a musician. But sasa Vivian is a musician. Tuko na project. But hata mimi si ex wake in the first place.
No, ndivyo najaribu kuonyesha kama hawezi kama kwako na si wewe si ex. Basi kwa ex sasa yote ndio worse. Kwa sababu hiyo itarejuvenate memories. By the way, ushikutana na ex wako wakati uko lonely? Kuna memories uko resurrected. Unaanza kukumbuka vitu mko mnafanya, unaona.
Kwani mimi ni ex wa aina gani? Wewe usiniseti wewe. Okay. First of all, sijui the type of ex I am, but I think I'm understanding. I'm more understanding than you are. If you find yourself in a setup in any blended family, una get you're the need to have sasa children mtoiwa Sam West na Vivian. Una get wenu sasa. Does that is that a conversation that comes niaje kama uniting factor?
So one of the things we do is that we try and avoid kusema huyu ni mtoto wangu, ni mtoto wake. Wanakuwa watoto wetu. Kama sasa ukiniuliza uko na watoto wangapi Sam, nakwambia niko na wawili, a daughter and a son. The same thing with Vivian and Sam, the same thing. So that sasa hiyo kitu ianze kuingia kwa sababu pia the more you keep mentioning this is my daughter, mtoto pia ndani yake inaanza ku grow, we are different family. Yes. And what you need is to bring the families together. Plus unawapatia like 10 more years they'll be adults. Mtacho peke yenu hapo.
Thank you. Oh, so mnataka au inaitwaje?
Wata grow after 18 years watachukuliwa, mtabaki peke yenu. So lazima, that's what I was saying, relationship yako na your wife is what you should be working on.
Oh, so that's what you're working on.
Yes.
Mnataka wakitoka mubaki peke yenu, msikuwe na ngori. Nice. That's a very very good strategy. Na I believe that sinks deep. Hii conversation we touch here too lightly but haifikangi uko ndani. But Sam West, away from hizo story before we let you go.
Yes.
You are a tough man. A tough man because nimeona collab ya Vivian na Jose Chameleon. Mlifanya video Uganda ama mlifanya?
Some scenes tulifanya Uganda, zingine tulifanya hapa.
Scenes as in scenes ama scenes za dhambi.
SCENES.
Thank you. I'm just clarifying. Yeah. Msiende mkosane mseme kwa weekend edition sijui ati she admitted kuna dhambi alifanya. Oh, lakini Sam lazima akue huko.
Wapi? Kwa set.
Ukienda lazima.
Yeah, he's the one who directs my music videos.
Ulipata placement lazima.
Inatakanga hivi. When you manage an artist, una manage kila kitu. So like at his associations, but anyway, what we've been building with Vivian has been very fun. Like just working on different brands, different sorts of music. She has a new song by the way, inaitwa Mapenzi Bila Masharti. Sijui kama umesikiza?
Mapenzi Bila Masharti. I believe that's a description of Sam West.
It's Mapenzi Bila Masharti, which converts to meaning unconditional love.
That's
so naimba baby nakufikiria daily, hapa nakuandalia keki, tuikate mimi na wewe baby, cause I'm in love with you.
Sawa. Why? That's a very very by the very few people can sing like that in real life. But mbona umezungukia mbali ama unataka kuiacha open ended? Mbona ungesema Sam na kufikiria daily?
Julikuwa nataka pia mtu mwingine aweze kuimba kama wewe.
Mwingine aweze kuimba ama aimbiwe na au aweze kuimbia mtu mwingine.
Unajua love works when it's shared. Na mimi we
That's
actually
called cheating last I checked.
No. Oh my God, you're too smart for me. But anyway.
Wow. I think show imeisha ama. That's it for the weekend. Okay.
So as a result, we are doing a campaign in it for 14 Days of Love. And I'm glad that when you introduced us, you said this is like gearing up to the Valentines.
Okay.
And most of my songs are love songs, and this one in particular I did it because I feel like right now in this era, hii mambo ya 2020, watu wanapendana na ma conditions mingi sana.
Yes, yes.
Unaona,
True.
lazima sijui ukidate mtu akwe na hii, hata mkianza kudate uko wapi, uko na nani, tufanye video call, sijui like masharti ambazo haziwezi. If you're gonna love someone,
thank you very much.
You have to love them 100%. Sama stako sawa.
Like tutakuwa na hizo 14 days. Kazi ya hiyo 14 days inaanza 1st of February.
Yeah.
All the mpaka tarehe 14. But tarehe
7 days of love.
Yes.
So mtaangalia. Sama atakuwa na zake 7 days, mi zangu 7 days. Tutaona mwenye.
Na tunataka watu wa join in, hata wewe tunataka join in. So like
na
day one
boo.
tunasema this is what you should do to your boo. I love day 2.
I'm fresh from dumping, so hata sijui kwa nini.
But you're always fresh. When we met a couple of weeks ago, you were
by
fresh.
the way, Vivian was on our radio show.
Yeah.
Bado sija move on.
Oh, nimekwambia bitterness, it'll eat you from the inside. Lazima.
Nitulie. Nani anaitwaje? Vivian was on our show, radio show.
Yes.
Thank you for coming through. Si ufanya show kwa radio na Kate Rira.
Yes.
On Nation FM.
Yes.
The hashtag is Kate.
Ile mnasemanga bao bao.
Mazi.
Yeah. You can be a good kange, by the way. Uko na accent.
Tupate huko, si extend, like I said, si extend some of this conversation kwa hiyo radio show Monday to Friday 6 to 10 a.m. Hata siamini mimi huamka mapema hivyo, but it's so much fun doing it.
But you're really good at what you do. Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you very much. Those are 2 compliments na Samuel hata hajapata moja. Since we started the show. Asanteni sana kwa kumshow.
Thank you so much for having us.
Asanteni sana. That's it for the weekend edition. See you next week. My name is Dr. Kingori.
Be part of over 40,000 students pursuing and nurturing their career at Moi University. Enroll now. Moi University, the foundation of knowledge.
Juzi tu nilishikwa na polisi nikiwa nimebeba abiria wawili na pikipiki moja. Akaniuliza, kijana, mbona unabeba abiria wawili na pikipiki moja? Pikipiki inafaa ibebe abiria mmoja. Nikamwambia, afande, nimebeba tu abiria mmoja. Akaniuliza, kijana, na huyo mwingine? Nikamwambia, afande, huyo mwingine ni conductor.
Avena contains omega-6 and 9 and is fortified with vitamins A and D. New Avena Premium Vegetable Cooking Oil. Now available in all leading stores.
Do you have what it takes to become the next generation of great innovators, business magnates, corporate icons, engineers, and renowned researchers? Be part of over 40,000 students pursuing and nurturing their career at Moi University. Enroll now for January, May, and September 2020 intakes for postgraduate, degree, and diploma programs in the following schools: School of Business and Economics, School of Arts and Social Sciences, School of Information Sciences, School of Education, School of Agriculture and Natural Resources, School of Biological and Physical Sciences, School of Tourism, Hospitality and Events Management, School of Aerospace Science, School of Public Health, School of Medicine, School of Engineering, School of Law, School of Nursing, School of Dentistry. Enroll now. Moi University, the foundation of knowledge.
Top Sport ndo mwanzo tu.
So much football.
It is a chance to enjoy Kenyan football.
Crunch time for the Kenya Sevens rugby team. Why Formula 1?
I'm interested in cars.
The speeds that those cars attain is crazy.
But I'm supposed to be a fan. Asante sana Kigogo, karibu, sijakupata vizuri sana. Lugha gani hiyo ya Kimayai? But good to see you there.
it's not what you think.
For multi-award winners, Heartstrings Entertainment opens 2020 with a bang with the rip-shattering comedy play Good for Nothing. 6th to 9th of February at Alliance Francaise Auditorium, 6:30 p.m. weekdays, 3 and 6:30 p.m. weekend, and an extra show at 8:30 p.m. on Friday 7th and Saturday 8th. Charges $699. Buy one and get one free for the show on 6th. Call for reservation on 0718 or 0722 7455 for one. Good for Nothing is a Heartstrings Entertainment hit comedy play by the man himself, Sammy Mwangi.
Looking to enjoy sumptuous meals and drinks at affordable rates? Welcome to Nasco's. Our diverse menu gives you a variety to choose from. Visit us at Veteran House 4th floor, Moi Avenue, or along Mombasa Road at the Nation Printing Press Center. We offer outside catering service and do home and office deliveries. For inquiries or to place an order, call 0700-613-902 or email info@nascos.co.ke. Nation Staff Consumer Society Limited. Enjoy our hospitality.
In your paper this week, trade wars, threat to economies. The split milk between Kenya and Uganda, just a continuation of a fostering protectionist policy in total disregard to common market protocol. Subscriber switched off. 20 million Tanzanians risk being switched off mobile networks on January 20 SIM card biometric registration deadline. Going continental. Kenya's LAPSSET corridor boosted by African Union adoption to reach West Africa and now expects to attract funding from various quarters. Plus our opinion leaders. Unpredictable weather. Governments are better off waking up and taking notice. Climate change is now at the heart of every activity on Earth and deserves to be addressed by the best brains among us. By Charles Onyango Obo. Death on the cheap. Merchants of fake medicine prey on the poor and vulnerable in society since they are the most likely to seek cheaper products. David Richmond. The magazine for the love of birds, artist and conservationist. Farid Mahfoud. The East African, understanding the region.
This is NTV.
The Trend in association with Oppo Reno 2F.
It's a good Friday. Friday ndio hiyo. Welcome to TTTT. I'm your host Eddie Butita. Straight to the highlights. Alafu ni introduce gang ya watiaji.
Pursuant to Article 181 of the Constitution, Section 33 of the County Government Act, and Standing Order 75 of the Senate Standing Orders, the Senate has resolved to remove from office by impeachment Honorable Ferdinand Dungu Waititu, Baba Yao, the governor of Kiambu.
I has been deleted out of the gubernatorial seat. Honestly speaking, kumendaje hapo? The images of people wearing gears to protect the body parts they need most were the order of the day along Nairobi's 3rd Parklands Avenue following a bomb scare. How safe are we? Basketball superstar Kobe Bryant dies in a helicopter crash along with his daughter and 7 friends. This happened the past Sunday. It has been a sad week. Haya basi, Nairobians have been ranked the best English speakers in the world. Bragging rights loading. What could be the young Reverend Victor's contribution to this? Hey, Friday ndio hiyo. Watu wa kwenda party najua mnangoja show ishe mwende party, but we are here as usual TTT introducing the gang.
Yo.
From acha nianzie huko mwisho. Acha nianzie hapa.
Ladies first my friend.
From my left hapa kuna Cindy Ogana on the left.
+1.
At Cindy Ogana +1.
Yes.
Then we have YY na suti yake ambaye ameivaa siku ya kwanza. Atairudisha baada ya onyesho. At YY comedian.
Yes,
kwa salama.
Nimekuwa nikivaa ma t-shirt.
Yeah.
Ndio muenee.
Ni sawa.
Alafu mko mkicheza, so nimerudi.
Consistency ya suti sio rahisi. Vaa hivyo ikikumi. And then tuko na hebu kapoa. Tuko na kijana ambaye tumbo yake na no,
please focus on the white parts. Unajua ni ngumu mwanaume kuonekana na trouser ya white.
Gidiji +1. Welcome to the show. Mato kofiti.
You are banning. Amini kofiti.
Ya Cindy kwa karibu yako ni ya nini?
Ididi yako.
But wanaume
unajua hii inaitwa guarantee.
Guarantee.
Naweza ingia Indio collateral kwa bank.
Inaitwa CRB.
Nikiingia nayo kwa bank hivi, wanaona niko na hii. Wewe unaweza pata.
Na unajua mnasahau Butita amevaa Versace ya 700.
$.
Unajua nyinyi mnakuanga maheta. Mnakuanga maheta sana. Hii kitu ni straight from Paris.
Aha.
Unajua nyinyi mnaijua kama Paris. Watu wa mjai enda mnaijua kama Paris.
Actually Paris but endelea.
Pahari. Unajua ka French? English ndio unajua.
No, my French is not as good as my Italian, which I don't know. But please continue.
Para. Mimi kizungu naye niko sawa.
Your Italian shoe.
Kizungu niko sawa. That's why hata Kenya imekuwa ranked the best when it comes to English because of the best English speakers in the country. Even with Waititu spending over 8 hours on live TV broadcast. Bado tulitoboa. We were ranked the best. When it comes to written English.
But you're speaking English as well. You know, Butita, when I joined Trend a couple of years ago, you weren't speaking English as much as you are now.
Kizungu yangu ilikuwa kama hii. Wacha tuione.
I can't preach when I'm sitting down.
It's okay. You have.
Thank you very much.
Yes. Okay.
But I say, how bad is the competition? That to Kenyans won. Kama mimi nisijiamini kizungu. English is not a measure of intelligence.
This is true. This is true. It is not a measure of intelligence.
But in Kenya, there are very few places you will go that people don't speak English completely. Even if they will struggle, they'll know at least a word or two. Yeah. I hear if you cross the border, Uganda and Tanzania, it's a totally different story. So this is, I mean, it's believable. I don't think it's something we should be proud of because it's a good thing if English is not your first language. It means your culture. When you go to Germany, they are not, you know, they are very proud of their language. They speak German everywhere. In fact, if you don't speak German, you're ostracized or you're seen as somebody, you know, you're an outcast.
Sasa mimi sijuangi mbona watu jua story ya Germany ni watu endelea.
You know, or if you go to France or even if you go to Italy. But here, we are proud of the fact that we speak the colonial tongue. Better than we speak Kiswahili, better than we speak our mother tongue. So I think it also goes to show...
Your mawe ya colonial tongue nimesikia venye umeirusha hapo. But this is the truth. They did their work in colonizing the entire world. Not just us.
And but for us, we are still proud of being colonized. I mean, look at our courts. Do you know why people used to wear wigs in 1600? It was because they had syphilis.
English, stick to the
English.
But here we are in Nairobi, the high court.
Somebody has
we still wear wigs.
Why having scored a straight D in English? Has English affected you in any way in your life?
Honestly, unajua, for them to do that, they got a Minsko, for example.
Which was
English speaking, and even Swahili, wali get Minsko, for example.
Actually, the
can you imagine kama Katelo hangekuwa? How far tungekuwa?
Actually, it is 61.94%.
Bas, yes. Toa Katelo. Toa Katelo kwa hiyo kitu.
Tungekuwa 75.
Tungekuwa 75 sasa.
Toa nganga 80.
Toa nganga.
Toa 80 tunaita.
Toa Butita.
By the way, Mato, Nigeria, Lagos, walikuwa number 2. Lagos.
Most of the
walikuwa number 2.
Ni wengi.
They were better than South Africa.
Now ongea kizungu full time. Washa na movie ya Nigeria kizungu full time. Lakini walikuwa number 2.
There's the speech. I'm surprised South Africa should have,
South Africans speak horrible English.
But you know,
Really?
Butita,
you've traveled.
They speak. My
she
passport
watches
has
a
been
lot of
stamped
movies.
once.
A lot of movies.
But as you can see, even in our music, we ape a lot of the culture from the other side, which is fine. That is what the internet and globalization is all about.
It's Taniwa, the culture.
But I honestly think it is not a good thing. It's great for investors, because when investors come to a country where there's a common tongue, they know that business will be well.
A common tongue in the entire world.
Yes.
Yeah, it's the global language.
No, the most spoken language in the world is Mandarin, because the Chinese are that many.
Because they are many.
Yeah. Either way,
but do they also speak English?
No, and they don't care. If you go to China, you have to learn Mandarin.
If you go to China, unarudi na corona.
Mnasahau kitu moja, kuna watu kaa PLO wametujenga sana. Watu wakuchapia kizungu mpaka ulimi na kwa moto.
Kibaki ametujenga.
But I honestly love legislators who go on stage and speak Swahili.
But
I love it.
But let me tell you something. Just the same way you had said that that speaking English is not a measure of intelligence.
No.
It's very true. If that was the case, wa Chinese wangekuwa wajinga mbaya. Wa Japanese.
Walijenga hosi in how many days?
Walijenga barabara in how many days?
Yaani Kenya mkisifiwa kuna shida, msipoambiwa kitu kuna shida.
We appreciate.
Tukiwa hapo kwa kizungu bado. Waititu.
Uko sure unataka kusema kizungu na Waititu in the same sentence?
We'll be right back after the break.
Your multi-bet is on its way to hit the bullseye. Oh, you lose one match, but only in Mozart. Mozart Refund, lose one game, get your cash back. Make a decision. Terms and conditions apply.
Selector. More slices na bei ni ile ile.
Do your gums hurt? Yeah. Does your toothpaste contain sage, eucalyptus, myrrh, chamomile? All that in one toothpaste? Yes, try Colgate Herbal. Colgate Herbal contains nature's best herbs and Colgate's fluoride technology to give you strong teeth and healthy gums. Ah, Colgate Herbal. Let's go. Colgate Herbal for strong teeth and healthy gums naturally.
Welcome to our big family. You see, in this family, we have fun together. And we look out for each other because we care. We share whatever we have. We protect and support each other. Welcome home, where we love and care for each other. We're so excited that you're joining us.
Welcome to the new member of our Nivea family. New Nivea Petroleum Jelly Essence, enriched with glycerin for long-lasting moisture and protection.
Na M-Pesa, you get more, and now you can win.
My name is Keitani Ruben. I'm a police officer. It was only this week Monday when I made a transaction on M-Pesa. On Tuesday, I received a call from Safaricom that I'm a lucky winner of an house. I'm going to move my family here in Nairobi. Nafurahi sana na mimi nashukuru Safaricom.
Do more with Lipa na M-Pesa.
Here is an easy guide on how to use our E-levy portal, the one-stop portal for online registration of establishments remitting the 2% tourism levy payments and levy account management. Firstly, you will need to visit the website levy.tourismfund.co.ke on your internet browser to access the levy portal. If you do not have an existing E-levy account, click Sign Up to begin the registration process. Once you have filled in all the necessary information, click Register. For new clients, you will be required to click on Management at the top of the screen, click Establishments, and then select New. Registering an existing establishment. Fill in your registered email address or phone number and input your password. Click on Management, click Establishments, and then select Existing. Your establishment will now be registered on the E-levy platform. Congratulations on completing the registration process.
You are watching The Trend in association with Oppo Reno 2F.
We are back. This is TTT. Tweet, tupige story. Let us know your views on the trending topics this week. It was a sad week for former Governor Waititu. After standing the elections and sitting on the top seat of Kiambu seat. Finally, Waititu is out.
Wacha mimi.
Some people are saying it's politics. Wengine wanasema it was... no, nimeshasema some. Some mingine wanasema yes, it was about time. Hawakupendezwa na vile county ilikuwa inaendeshwa. So what do you think, Mato, as a resident of resident usiharibu hiyo namba ya Kenya.
Number where please. Tunasikia tukitoa as a resident of Kiambu County, I'm actually very happy. It is unfortunate that it took this long, but I'm actually very happy because Waititu is not the kind of leader, first of all, that we should have in Kenya, leave alone in Kiambu County.
Did you vote for him?
Unfortunately, I did.
You voted
so I am
for
suffering. I am suffering.
No, I need to ask you a question.
Sikuvote yote. Sikuvote yote ati.
Ulifanya 6 piece.
No, sikufanya 6 piece.
For sure. Jubilee.
Sikufanya hivyo because I'm sure like the MCA nilivote alikuwa wa ODM and he won. He's called Cyrus. I voted in Kahawa. No, I'm saying for example. So I did not. But you see, I voted for the individual. You see what I fell for was because you see when Waititu says that Kiambu County is full of propagandists.
Yes.
He is propagandist number one.
But no, what were you thinking?
Wait. I was not. That is the unfortunate thing. I was not. Yes, propagandist. Na mimi niliingia box ile propaganda alitandika Kafogo nayo. Nikasema by the way, yenyewe Kafogo ametudharau. Imagine mimi nilifail. Sasa danganya. Mimi nilifail.
You voted for White.
I actually thought he was going to do something.
Mambo ya kusoma hapa ni sasa. Unajua Mato alikosea tu kama mtu mwingine na amekubali makosa yake. Cindy, I know you had a chance to vote Waititu, but huku kwa Kiambu. What do you think?
Viva despot.
Ulivutia nani?
Mobilize. I think it's a good step towards curbing graft if it was done for the right reasons. I'm sorry, I'm very skeptical about anything done in this country. There is talk of it's a tanga kieleweke war.
They're saying it's witch hunt.
It's witch hunting. There's talk that, it's just for show that he leaves power, yet the people who he's leaving behind are like, they're still working together. So he was like, wacha nitolewe ina shida, bora tufanye biashara. But there's the general feeling that the, optimistic people like me have is that this is a good step towards curbing graft and showing other governors that you're not above the law.
Why? Honestly speaking,
I'm not going to take sides because I'm not from Kiambu.
I am.
So I do not know. I'm talking for me. I know. Okay? So I actually do not know what Kiambu residents are going through.
Yeah.
I do not know whether the allegations were true or false. Okay? But if you are true, sawa, at least we can know that we can tell that our constitution is working. Therefore, there are so many governors that this inafaa iwawakie. Another thing,
if it was not true,
if it was not, it could be nani? Nana alisema juzi, hii mwaka unakuja nitakuwa na uwezo wa kufuta mtu. Nasema wewe toka.
See, what on the ground is, it might be true, it might not be true. Yes. That one of the reasons why alitolewa ni kwa sababu. So the thing is, it's unfortunate that we have accepted that all our politicians are corrupt. So the problem with Waititu apparently is because, well, not all, but most. Yes. The problem with Waititu is the fact that alikula mingi na akakula peke yake.
Oh, so
watu wakatoa kwa sababu alikula peke yake na alikula mingi. So angekula kidogo na akule na wengine ati ingekuwa poa, which would have been bad for us still. So this is a catch-22. Have we done this for the right reasons or not? But it is a good thing that Waititu is out. That's for sure.
I
see what you did there. I see what you did there. I see what you did there.
Imenipita hiyo.
Yeah, because you voted for Waititu.
No,
you see?
Na ndio unaambiwa.
That's what happens.
Na ndio unaambiwa.
Mjinga wewe.
Niliambiwa last week mimi ni king of transitions. Na ndio unaambiwa before vote fanya research. Sasa kuna research ilifanywa last week with Busara Center for Behavioral Economics.
Yes.
It was not done last week, but ilifanywa. Hao ndio walifanya. The research has it that 1 out of 5 females kwa university ana date sponsor.
So what?
In exchange for money or favors, they engage this activity ndio waweze kusurvive, waweze kushine huko nje.
So what? Me, I don't think.
Okay, ni sawa. Why you personal? The research.
Najua, but
give
I'm
your
like
view based on research. So wasichana watano, 1, 2, 3, 4, moja ni wa sponsor. That is a research that was done.
Yeah.
What is it about the sponsors culture in this country? Is it a thing that is now becoming a lifestyle? Watu wanataka kufeel wako part of it ama ni nini?
Niongeni kama sponsors.
Hii kitu mimi nimenyang'anywa dem na sponsor.
Maheni, serious?
Nimenyang'anywa.
But pia mnatesa wasichana. Huwezi kulisha dem keki moja the whole day. Ati unateseka. Bro, pia wengine
ati take me as I am.
Wengine pia mna blame sponsor bure. Wasichana watakufa njaa. Okay, so situation yako ilikuwa.
Let me tell you something. I'm not going to talk about my situation. Though if you're dating for good reasons, it's okay. Age is just a number if you're dating for good reasons. But kuna wenye if your motive ni do, secondly, somebody that is married, it's very hard for a married person to leave their wife.
Yes.
Hiyo haiondangi mahali.
Unless your boss surely.
Yes. So, hiyo kitu imefanya manze tumereziwa ma standards tunaumia hapa nje bro.
Alafu imagine
mademo wamekuwa magaidi. Unaelewa kitu ya magaidi? Mademo na magaidi.
Kitu inanifurahisha ni ati pia kuna masponsor fake it au wanafanya mademo walan vizuri.
Wana set, wanafundisha adabu.
That wewe ni mzee haimaanishi uko na pesa unaweza kuwa sponsor. But kuna hiyo perception ya mtu yote mzee anaweza sababisha. Anaweza ako sawa atanipeleka Mombasa.
Kuna economic activities zingine join economic activity. Kuna economic activities zingine hazitawaisha. I think as a country we are not ready. We're probably not ready for corruption to end because there are very many people who eat from that corruption value chain, and then the sponsor culture we are not ready iishe. Cost kuna mjamaa akona bibi na watoto lakini anatoka asubuhi anaenda pale kwenye bichi kutafuta wanawake. Alafu bibi naye anatoka anaenda kutafuta mwanaume. So, jioni wanarudi wana compare notes wanasema leo wewe ndio umekaokota.
According to wewe ni hustle.
Hiyo ni hustle.
Wase wana option.
Like cause ni lifestyle.
But do you think the pressure ya life labda?
That's the thing, lifestyle.
Kitu ni mademo wa campus walikuwa nakoliwa hata randomly. Unapata kuna demo hata ana sponsor but ana prefer nikapata sponsor. Sasa unashindwa huyu ako campus. Fee imelipwa labda. Kila kitu iko anakula pale place wakinywa ikula kwa kampo. Pale food ni 10 bob. Wako sawa.
Shida si yeye. Shida ni mali yako. Mali alitolewa akawekwa. Unajua kampuni cosmopolitan ina have people from all kinds, all races and all economic levels. So unakula pressure ukiona kale karende.
Apart from that Butita, there is a social media pressure.
Whereby
unapata kuna kadem kuna demu unamwona tu kwa airport, picha zake zote zinakuwa kwa airport. Na ujue anafanya kazi lini. Can you imagine? Yeye anashinda tu kwa airport, demu anashinda kwa airport na kwa hoteli. Na sisi wenyewe tunajua vizuri. Hizi hoteli ni expensive.
Hata sisi wenyewe ndio tujipate hapo airport.
Unajua vizuri kuna kitu cha kupeleka.
Kuna kitu ya maana.
So when somebody mwenye ako kampo pale, of course I don't want to dismiss the fact that there are so many girls that have been raised wrongly. Sasa mtu ako pale anaangalia Udem anachina tu kwa airport. Na of course tunajua vitu anafanya Morocco. Tunajua vizuri. Alafu anapost hapo hard work pays. Chase the paper.
That's it. We'll be right back after the break. Do you think social media imechangia story ya masponsor? Sawa.
Acha wakule.
Eldoret Technical Training Institute. Registration for January, May and September 2020 intakes is ongoing. Apply now. Eldoret Technical Training Institute. Growing reputation.
How powerful is the healing power of Vaseline? We applied Vaseline jelly to one leaf, the other we left alone. After just a few days, the difference is visible. Nothing locks in moisture better to keep skin restored. That's the healing power of Vaseline.
Beba. 50-50. Oya kaenda buda.
Shapo mbele na unipe change.
Sawa. Fanya hivi, nipatie alafu nikupatie 80, alafu huyu dem atakupatia 30, alafu ule mzee akinipatia robe yangu na kupatia alafu huyu dem bado ako na yangu akinipatia na kupatia 80 au unanirudishia 50 bwana. Simple. Sawa. Yeah.
If only all things in life were as simple as 2 bob per minute to any network. Enjoy the best voice rate in Kenya. No bundle, no expiry, no minimum top-up. Now that's simple. Switch to Airtel, the smartphone network.
Enroll now for professional qualification whose entry grade is C+, Diploma in Credit Management or Accounting Technician Diploma course whose entry requirement is a C- in KCSE, or for Certificate in Accounting and Management Skills comes with a minimum grade of D plain. FASNEB, be empowered.
Do you know what makes my cooking fun? It's having a partner who shares my passion for healthy cooking. Avena, the new premium vegetable cooking oil, contains omega-6 and 9 and is fortified with vitamins A and D. Lunch! Thanks, partner. New Avena Premium Vegetable Cooking Oil. Now available in all leading stores.
Kwa majina ni Shida Gesanda. Mimi ni mchezaji tu. Ndoto yangu mimi iko nitachezea Harambee Starlets, niende ngambo. Nikirudi nitasaidia mamangu kwa shida. Na ninaona hii ndoto itaanza na Betika na community.
Hii timu yenye hii msichana yangu anachezea, tulianza tukiwa na maono, tunataka tukuze talents ya wasichana, sababu wasichana huwa wanabaki nyuma na wanaenda ma street.
We are very excited because every time we see the excited faces of the young players when they get their kids and their new balls, it gives us a urge to continue investing in the communities.
Betika na community iliongeza morali kwa timu ya Gusii Starlet mpaka wakapiwa mtu mabao 23. Tukiwa na Betika na community, hii timu itaenda mbali, itacheza premier na watoto watajisaidia.
Molfix breathable surface developed with airsoft technology is very soft and provides the best Molfix skincare.
I found the best diaper for my baby's sensitive skin.
All babies deserve a high-quality diaper. You should also try Molfix.
On a Sunday evening, I'm looking back over all the years and where I've been. I had the seed of rejection planted in me from a very, very tender age. And that really set the stage for my experimentation even with the drugs. With the heroin is that it gets to a point where you don't even have to hide. Like you can't hide anymore. I was at 45 kgs. skin and bones. My mom right now even tells me that, you know, I used to cry to God and ask him, am I going to bury my daughter at the age of 24?
This is NTV.
Tonight, the head of state finds stalled projects after they were launched on his behalf. There is trouble in the presidency. And
James Karanja Nyoro,
from deputy to acting to sitting governor.
Watu waliona mkono wa kisiasa, lakini tumejua ilikuwa mkono wa sheria.
No more baba yao, it's Nyoro, James Nyoro, the new sheriff in Kiambu. Also tonight, government says patient in isolation at KNH has tested negative for coronavirus. WHO declares the deadly virus an international public health emergency. Plus, love brewed in the Naivasha BBI port.
Because it is very, very unfair. It is ungodly for me to work the way I worked, to be where I am. Then I'm removed unceremoniously.
Day Babayao met his Waterloo.
No one can stop reggae.
And the music and choirs of division on Bullseye.
That is what this could be. Hii yote ni 5 acres. We are going to build the greenhouse for you, sell the produce, na pia tutagawana faida. 75%, 25%.
You mean 75% for me?
Sign hapa kwanza. First year yield itakuwa ni 67%. Na kuna taxes.
You mean
sign hapa na hapa. Additionally, kuna 2% facilitation fee na warehouse charges. Sign hapa ya mwisho.
And this is a sure deal.
Completely transparent.
Okay.
If only all things in life were as transparent as one bob ni 5 MB. Enjoy the best data rate in Kenya. No bundle, no expiry, no minimum top-up. Now that's transparent. Switch to Airtel, the smartphone network.
Selena!
Toto, where's mommy?
Today's a toilet day.
What? Oh. Selena! Toilet day? Tomorrow we're hosting a party and it's a matter of my reputation. It's a toilet, not a white shirt. Even if you spend your entire day cleaning with bleach and detergent, it still won't be party ready. Impossible. Challenge. Harpic 10X.
Even if you use bleach and detergent 10 times, they won't give you the same sparkling clean toilet that Harpic 10X will give you.
Wow!
Harpic 10X. Harpic, Kenya's #1 toilet cleaner.
Did you know? We are a leading African banking group with over 1,000 branches and almost 10,000 ATMs across the continent. Absa Group, serving Kenya as Barclays.
I help women find independence by training them in fish farming. It's tough on my back, joints, and can cause headaches. Panadol Extra relieves multiple types of pain. Panadol Extra, now with new Optizorb technology. To fight multiple tough pains with 3 times more pain-relieving medicine in the first 30 minutes when you need it most. Seeing them support themselves makes any pain worth it. If symptoms persist, seek medical advice.
It feels good, Coca-Cola and food, Monday to Sunday. We are chasing taste. Let's just grab a bite, the excuse to drink Coca-Cola every single day. So we feel forever be real, together stay free, whatever ends. No, we can't stop, we wanna taste the feeling. Nothing can ever bring us down.
Taste the feeling. Birthday party.
Birthday party. Birthday party. Birthday party. Are we not invited?
We have gifts.
Malaria.
Mommy, best.
Rat.
Oh, die.
Party!
Compared to Laundry Spray, Mortein Doom Power Guard kills disease causing pests instantly. Mortein Doom Power Guard.
Inakwambia bibi kuna mdenge fulani bibi hapo na nywele refu yani. Kuna ngoko fulani bibi amemezali yake hadi. Sio jamaa ndo anaenda kutupinya mtu mbao. Mimi nimemjenga dhao. Gari ilikuwa salasa. Akaniambia nimjenge 17 na batina 30 yangu.
The way this position is tiring. Nimechoka. What's that?
Ni shosho fulani hapa hivi.
Ati shosho.
Call for long at 1 shilling 50 cents to all networks.
Cartelo!
Dial star 544 hash to subscribe. Telcom, moving with you.
You are watching The Trend in association with Oppo Reno 2F.
We are back. It's TTT. Mimi usahau unasema kaa tano. TTT. Watu wanasema nini hapo Twitter?
Hapa Twitter kuna tweets mbili hapa hivi zimenishika mbaya sana. Ya kwanza inasema this is from Mashua_Alex. Eddie Butita, are you Kenyan? Hiyo English yako iko chini. Alafu ingine imeniguza personally. Jos Mudhami amesema kitambi na mimba yote ni bidii ya wanaume. Hallelujah.
Usitetee shida zako. Wai watu wako wanasema vipi?
Jacqueline anasema hi YY, you are the most handsome comedian.
No.
I can confirm.
Wacha nisome. You're the most siwezi sema on air. Your maroon coat represents Maragwe SDA. Those are the things that they're tweeting. Mimi ni Cindy wanasema aje?
This guy, his Twitter handle is called Nyamba Ninuse.
Nimekataa kuisema na unaisema.
Ati wazee wa siku hizi wako na mioto sana, tusilaumu madem. Life in campus si rahisi. Think of gharama ya maisha pia. Watch out
kuna Jojo Mbugu ameniambia Eddie Butita, Ebu try to make sentence in English using YT2. Why did you tweet that? Why did you tweet that? Why did you tweet that? English scare. So this week at the Parklands, it's called the Doctor's Plaza. I think there was a bomb square. Apparently someone
scare.
Sijasema square, nimesema scare.
Umejuaje tumesema square? Unajuaje tumesema square? How did you know?
English is not a measure of intelligence.
But proper communication is
kingia kwa Kiluya na engineering na kujengea mashini nzuri na maliza.
Na kuamini
vizuri sana.
Na kuamini sana. Na kuamini.
Nyumba waya. Mimi tu hapo utanishinda hapo.
Technology.
Hata wazungu wajui Kiluya, msiniambie kitu. So hapo Parkland someone left a note.
Yes.
Imeandikwa ameacha kuna I've left the bomb in the building. Alafu imeanza na kalat pale. So wasee walikuwa zile za niaje kuna bomb hapa tumeandikiwa.
I think it was a prank. I think it's somebody who didn't want to go to work that day. And he's using this whole panic and anxiety that we have after the war in Iraq alternatively it could also be terrorists who want to see how fast we respond to disaster, so they know how to strike. So it could be it could have been a prank, or it could have been, pre-stage just to test and see how we respond to disaster.
Actually, for me, I think anything to do with terrorism, bomb scare, ikwe right, ikwe prank, ikwe ukweli, ikwe nini, lazima tu iandoliwe. You may not know.
Yes.
You may not know.
Sengine mtu anaweza anza hivyo, kumbe tension yake sana ni kuatakata huko nje.
Aliandika na Sheng.
Anza vile alert.
Nimeweka explosive. Anaongea Sheng. Nimeweka explosive kwa building tayari. Tayari nani tamia wazee.
Tayari ndio nafanya mjue ko serious.
Sasa unajua shida. There are two things. Of course bomb nani kitu you cannot joke with. Because that's your life, man. And then this life is very short. What if pia ni jamaa tu nyumba imemlemea vizuri akasema hapa tunatoka.
Rent imemlemea akasema it could be a prank.
Tutokeni hapa.
But with the recent attacks, what happened in Lamu, Dusit, sadly what has happened in the US with Iran, we are targets. And it's good for us to be aware. Like I really commend the people who told the cops about the suspicious car. Remember it was like 2 weeks ago?
Yes.
There was a car of suspicious people walienda 1824 alafu wakapatikana sijui Whiskey River, Kiambu. Wanapiga tu mapicha. I like that. Let's be more vigilant as citizens. If we see something suspicious, we let them. Vigilant.
And remember.
Oh my God.
So far. Sisi ndio tujaribu. Sisi ndio tujachoma.
Let us not bad. We represent the number one in Kenya.
By the remember
let's maintain the secret.
So far, 1 out of 4. Bro, ukiangusha it is TTT.
Hata siongei.
Sasa umebaki wewe. By the kama uko hapo na wewe unakwaga mtu maprank, it is illegal by the kuprank watu kitu kama hiyo. So in case it was a prank, just know it can land you in a lot of trouble. Utajiju. Hapo tukiongelea vitu illegal, kuna watu walishikwa. They were arrested for different offense. Kila mtu alikuwa na makosa yake. So they were being transported to prison kwa van fulani. Then apparently there was some changa which was confiscated hapo kwa hiyo gari. So hawa mabusu ambao wameshikwa wakaamua kujivinjari. Wakalewa chakari na Xbit. Hii kitu haina any reason mbona nimeanza na wewe Mato, nimeanza tu na wewe, nataka kuanza na wewe.
Juni wa Kiambu.
Hakuna connection yoyote. Hakuna connection yoyote.
Walikuwa hapo nyuma peke yao. Aje, lazima kuwe na karao hapo. Ndio wakunywe changaa. Si lazima karao walisema. Hata mimi ninataka kuonja kidogo lakini kwa sababu ninataka isemekane ni hawa walikunywa, wacha tukunywe pamoja. Alafu kikaomania wao wote. Labda hawasemi karao waliumia pia. Hawasemi.
Kwa hivyo hapo nyuma lazima kulikuwa na polisi.
Lazima kukuwe na polisi. Mabusu wanakaa nyuma peke yao
waje. Kwa jam si wataruka.
Also, this could be deeper than what we see.
Because they don't see now.
Because me, I don't drink. I've never drunk. I've never. Yes, I don't even smoke.
Okay, you don't
drink. And I have so many reasons. But one of the reasons is I do not want to know, or I'm not curious to know what type of a drinker I might be. Labda mimi ni addict mbaya sana.
Yeah.
So for these people to drink an illicit brew that has been recovered, probably for investigation ama distraction, there's wako kwa serious point of addiction. Labda.
Okay. No.
Yes.
Changa ya busani poa.
It's okay. But for them to do that, it's not. They're not enjoying themselves.
Yes.
People drink to entertain themselves. But this situation, you have a lot of anxiety, uko na uoga, and then
on a toast.
Yes, there's some level of
addiction.
Okay. And hakuna kitu mbaya kama kuwa slave for something very toxic.
Let me tell you something. A lot of these new whiskeys that people are busy slaying with, by the way, changa. You know, I don't want to name brands. No, it's just the same as Cham. Guys are like, oh, we are slaying with a bottle of suji, red and yellow. I'm not gonna say which brand. It's Cham. So a lot of Kenyans are drinking changa, and they are used to the taste. So hawajui. So somebody tastes like inaka kale kalokol.
But mimi wa mzinga 1500. As advice watu wachane na changa. Mtu blackout instantly. Pap.
Unajua ni kwa nini?
That's not good.
Whiskey is 40% alcohol. Changa is alcohol.
Changa is alcohol. Yeah.
But not all changa is bad. Okay. Changa yote inakwanga poa sana.
Before to end, it was a sad week for the sports fatality.
The entire world, man.
We lost Kobe Bryant. Why when you fan of basketball sana?
I'm a basketball player actually.
You are?
Yes.
Yeah. And he was together with the daughter.
Always a baller. Once a baller, always a baller.
Yeah.
Yes.
For which team?
My friend. So, I play for the country. I represent the nation. The nation as a whole.
Sasa, wacha nionge na wife yake akwe tu poa. We hope God will make a way. Kwa hayo machache, see you next week. This was TTT. Was with that Martin Gidinji, at YY Comedian, at Cindy Ogana, adios. Love you people, asanteni sana for watching. Keep tweeting tuendelee.
The Trend in association with Oppo Reno 2F.
Prepare yourself for a new live bet experience. Top minute, boosted live bet odds. Mozart, make a decision.
Sona moja imetengenezwa kwa njia spesheli ili kupambana na maumivu kwa haraka. Sona moja ina aspirin kama kiungo. Sona moja, kitulizo kamili. Maumivu yakizidi, pata ushauri wa daktari.
Welcome home to Amani Ridge, the place of peace. Your own urban sanctuary. A lifestyle waiting for you just 20 kilometers from the CBD. A place to unwind and get your health and fitness goals attained. A secure place for your family. A place for your children to have fun. A place to enjoy a sundowner. Success just doesn't happen. You have to make it happen. Make the impossible possible. Invest in Amani Ridge, the place of peace. Luxury you can afford. Call us today on 0790 300 300 or visit www.optivan.co.ke.
Beba. 50-50. Oya kaenda buda.
Shapo mbele na unipe change.
Sawa. Fanya hivi, nipatie so, alafu nikupatie 80, alafu huyu dem atakupatia 30, alafu ule mzaya akinipatia robe yangu na kupatia so, alafu huyu dem bado akona so yangu, akinipatia na kupatia 80 au unanirudishia 50 bwana. Simple. Sawa. Yeah.
If only all things in life were as simple as 2 bob per minute to any network. Enjoy the best voice rate in Kenya. No bundle, no expiry, no minimum top-up. Now that's simple. Switch to Airtel, the smartphone network.
Meru County Government brings you the first ever Mount Kenya Mountain Running Championship on 22nd February 2020. Come run for a cause to fight cancer, boost environmental conservation and promote Meru County as a tourist destination. The proceeds from this run go towards the building of the first ever Cancer Institute in Meru Level 5, which will be used to do research on cancer, create awareness, advise on preventive measures, offer diagnosis and treatment. Register to be part of the event at www.mountkenyarunmeru.co.ke. Challenging the heights.
Do you know what makes my cooking fun? It's having a partner who shares my passion for healthy cooking. Avena, the new premium vegetable cooking oil, contains omega-6 and 9 and is fortified with vitamins A and D. Lunch! Thanks, partner. New Avena premium vegetable cooking oil. Now available in all leading stores.
Imperial Education Consultants is inviting students and parents to their International Universities Expo, where different universities from the UK, Canada, US, Malaysia, Russia and many more will be attending. Don't forget, entry is free. On the 3rd of February, Sirikwa Hotel Eldoret. 4th of February, Merika Hotel Nakuru. On the 8th of February, Sankara Hotel Nairobi, and on the 9th of February, Bliss Resort Nyali Mombasa. IEC helps you with free career counseling, university application, study visa assistance, scholarship assistance, loan assistance, accommodation booking, travel arrangements, pre-departure briefing, and airport pickup assistance. Are you a KCSE graduate? Congratulations! Achieve your career dream by enrolling for a rewarding course with CASNEB. CASNEB is a professional examination body with a mandate to offer globally recognized professional, diploma, and certificate qualifications through various accredited institutions. Enroll now for professional qualification whose entry grade is C+, diploma in credit management, or accounting technician diploma course whose entry requirement is a C- in KCSE, or for certificate in accounting and management skills comes with a minimum grade of D plane. For more details, call 020-4923-000 or visit our website on www.casneb.or.ke. Casneb, be empowered.
20 years ago, I was involved in a road accident which resulted to me becoming disabled. When I became a mother myself, I experienced firsthand the challenges that women with disabilities face when trying to access reproductive health services. Disability Trust works to advance the rights and inclusion of women and girls with disabilities in Kenya. So we call on you today to begin to pay more attention in your various personal and professional spaces, and that women with disabilities are part of those communities.
This is NTV.
Hello there, it's a Friday, the 31st day of January 2020, effectively the last day of this very long month, and I trust you've been keeping well. Glad you could join us on NTV Weekend Edition, live from the nation's center. The top stories.
Tonight, the head of state finds stalled projects after they were launched on his behalf. There is trouble in the presidency. And
James Karanja Nyoro,
from deputy to acting to sitting governor.
Watu waliona mkono wa kisiasa, lakini tumejua ilikuwa mkono wa sheria.
No more baba yao, it's Nyoro, James Nyoro, the new sheriff in Kiambu. Also tonight, government says patient in isolation at KNH has tested negative for coronavirus. WHO declares the deadly virus an international public health emergency. Plus, love brewed in the Naivasha BBI port.
Because it is very, very unfair. It is ungodly for me to work the way I worked, to be where I am. Then I'm removed unceremoniously.
Day Babayao met his Waterloo.
No one can stop reggae.
And the music and choirs of division on Bullseye.
Live from Nation Center, this is NTV Weekend Edition with Edmond Nyabola.
Welcome to the broadcast. Our sign language interpreter this evening is Flora Atieno. And to our top story, from deputy to boss. James Karanja Nyoro has taken over the reins of power in Kiambu County 2 days after his former boss Ferdinand Waititu was sent packing by the Senate. Nyoro now says that the time for politicking is over, even though political slur dominated his first day in office. Leila Mohammed is back from the swearing-in ceremony with this report.
I, James Karanja Nyoro, do swear.
With that, James Nyoro made a commitment to stay faithful to the constitution that guides him in his new role as the third governor of Kiambu County. His ascent to power coming a day after the intended ceremony failing to take place Thursday over a legal technicality.
The county was very nervous. Watu waliona mkono wa kisiasa, lakini tumejua ilikuwa mkono wa sheria.
Nitaomba msamaha wewe jaji ambao uko hapa, kwa sababu hapo jana mimi tukiwa na Gathoni wa Mushomba na wengineo tulikuwa karibu kufungua geti yako tukulete uapishe huyu gavana wetu.
The divide within the Jubilee Party played out in the plenary here at the inauguration of James Nyoro, with some members of his party calling on others whom he claims that they are abusing the head of state in his initiative to build bridges for this country.
Mukikuyu wowote ako nyuma ya Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. Si kwa watu wengine, wewe enda na hawa manyangarika kidogo, unaenda na hawa. Watakwenda nyumbani, utawaona kama huyu ameenda na wale wengine watawafuata.
Na watu wa Murang'a wamesema rais hata tukanwa tena.
Tungigwa ati niwo kugiria president oke guku tukwamba kudiro nae perpendicularly.
Wale ile wekera nda yaku na ya muka na waciana. Na icio ciarĩ cia andũ arĩa maguthurire nĩguo na nĩcio no nginya macokerie woguo tiga kuga hena siasa tondũ ye wiki wĩragwo mũndũ akuga mũtharaba wake nĩguo amona Kiambu ũrĩa mareke gwĩraga Kimenya haha inyukia kora baba.
With the instruments of power in his hands, James Nyoro is confident he can now execute the duties he was unable to 6 months ago as acting governor.
Na wakati ulimwagiwa maji kwa ofisi ni mimi nilikwambia usiresign.
With the politicians asking him to put politics aside and serve the people, he promises to bring back County 022 to its former glory. So help him God.
Hii kazi umepewa ni one of the most difficult jobs in this country. It's very challenging. Hawa ambao wamekushangilia hapa ndio wale.
Lena Mohammed, NTV.
Now, the Building Bridges Initiative Steering Committee says it will give an opportunity to members of the public for discussion on the administrative, constitutional and statutory changes contained in the task force report. The hearings will begin on Wednesday next week at the Kenyatta International Conference Center. However, other regional forums will be held in the North Rift, South Rift, Northeastern and Central Kenya at later dates. The 14-member steering committee has further highlighted that the forums should respect the freedom of expression by participants, should be non-discriminatory and should be in the best interest of Kenyans. The public will be combined with the BBI delegates, they say. This comes on the backdrop of leaders allied to Deputy President William Ruto saying that they will hold parallel rallies centered around the Building Bridges initiative. And staying with that subject matter, the 4th Regional Building Bridges Initiative rally will be held tomorrow in Kitui County. The rally comes amid political differences among Ukambani leaders as efforts to unite them become elusive. Vincent Oduor with that analysis.
For the better part of the day, preparations were ongoing at Kitui Stadium in readiness for tomorrow's BBI regional rally, bringing together all the main leaders in Ukambani region. Residents of Kitui want the event to focus on providing solutions to problems facing them.
Kilio changu BBI ikija ni tuoneshe mwelekezo ambao inaweza kusaidia wazazi wa Kitui tuwe tunaweza faidika na tukafanyaje tukaendelea.
Kwanza sana sisi mayouth hatuna kazi. Hiyo ningetaka ikuwe kitu ya muhimu sana ambayo itakuwa kwa hiyo BBI.
Hii nchi yetu tunataka amani. Na tunataka vijana wahusishwe katika mambo yote ambayo inahusisha mambo ya BBI.
For the first time in a while, all the 3 Ukambani governors, Kitui's Charity Ngilu, Makueni's Kivutha Kibwana, and Alfred Mutua of Machakos, are expected to share a podium with Wiper Party leader Kalonzo Musyoka. The 3 governors have in recent times politically differed with Musyoka and even urged him to retire from Ukambani leadership. The Kitui rally is being spearheaded by Ngilu, and this has not gone down well with the allies of Kalonzo Musyoka. Kalonzo has even called for another BBI rally in Wote on the 8th of February. Observers feel Kalonzo is playing catch-up.
This BBI is showing people that if you are not in the mainstream BBI, you'll be lost. So if Kalonzo had wanted to play it out, he looked at what happened in Kakamega and now Mombasa and Kisii. He must have come to the realization he has to be in. Equally, even Kinangilu, they have to be in. But something you mentioned which I must clarify. It is not true that it is easy to to displace Kalonzo in Ukambani.
Business tycoon Peter Muthoka has been working behind the scenes to unite all the Kamba leaders, but the two planned rallies signal a continuation of the division among Kamba leaders.
But again, Ngilu must also play it the way Murkomen played in Mombasa. He must know that Kambas can react against Raila in Kitui tomorrow. You're getting it when that rally comes. If they see that you are propping Raila at the expense of Kalonzo, so you must also, Ngilu and Kibwana, and they must endear themselves to Kalonzo so that this rally, which is their brainchild, then succeeds.
Senate Majority Leader Kipchumba Murkomen and leaders allied to Deputy President William Ruto will attend the Kitui rally tomorrow. The regional BBI rallies are seen to be contributing to the formation of political realignments ahead of the 2022 general election. Vincent Odur, NTV.
From politics to health, and the Kenyan student who is in an isolation ward at the Kenyatta National Hospital after arriving from China has tested negative for coronavirus, and this is according to the Ministry of Health. Cabinet Secretary for Health, Cecily Kariuki, said that the laboratory results received from the National Influenza Center from South Africa revealed that the person under investigation does not have the novel coronavirus 2019 disease, but just a usual common cold. Now, that said, the world is tonight on high alert after the World Health Organization declared the coronavirus a public health emergency of international concern. The International Health Regulations Emergency Committee met to discuss the situation, and they resolved to declare, the coronavirus a global emergency. So far, 22 countries have been affected and 170 people have died from the virus. In China, 7,700 people have been affected so far. Now, what does that declaration mean? First, the situation is serious, unusual, and unexpected, and as a result of the status that has been declared, there will be a boost in public health measures as well as funding and resource mobilization. All these are aimed at preventing and reducing international spread of the virus. Other global epidemics that have been declared public health emergencies of international concern in the past include the H1N1 virus in 2009, you remember that, West Africa's Ebola outbreak between 2014 and 2016, the polio cases in 2014, and the Zika virus in 2016, just before the Rio Olympics then, and the 2019 Ebola outbreak in the Democratic Republic of Congo. Now, the government has announced plans for the second phase of the Huduma number registration after it got the green light from the High Court on Thursday. Interior Principal Secretary Karanja Kibicho says the registration will be done with the necessary laws in place as directed by the court. Civil society members are, however, warning against rushing the process and have called for enactment of laws that will protect data and guard against discrimination and invasion of privacy. NTV's Silas Apollo has more.
From Interior Principal Secretary Karanja Kibicho says plans for the second phase of Huduma number registration are underway. The PS says that this time around, the registration will be done in line with the guidelines issued by the court on Thursday and the enactment of laws that will guide the process. This includes a law on how data of minors will be collected, the safety of data collected from Kenyans, as well as the protection of marginalized communities against discrimination. Kibicho says that for minors, the government intends to get the consent of parents or guardians. The National Identity Integrated Management System NIMS has been marred by controversy since its rollout last year. This led to the filing of a case by lobby groups to challenge its constitutionality. The Nubian Rights Forum and the Kenya Human Rights Commission argued in their suit that the process was rushed without proper legislation that would guide its implementation.
Courts remark that the process leading up to Huduma number or NIMS was not well thought through. It was rushed.
Some of the concerns raised by the group include collection of DNA samples and GPS location of individuals. The group also questioned the safety of data collected and the lack of sufficient public participation. They also raised issue with the procedures for collecting data from minors. But the three-judge bench found that the government had followed due process.
When we are making big changes to the law or when we are introducing new things to the law, we bring substantive bills or legislation, which then people are able to engage with in a robust manner properly. It takes time.
Kibicho says the Huduma number will help the government to plan, improve security, as well as consolidate all data into one portal for efficiency. The PS says that by the conclusion of the first phase, the government had spent 7.5 billion shillings and captured data of over 37 million Kenyans and foreign nationals residing in the country. Silas Apollo, NTV.
Now, one of the key issues to come out of the Huduma number registration exercise is data protection and privacy. Now, tonight we ask, do you know what data privacy is about and how that affects you? NTV's Anita Nkonge took to the streets to find out just how well you know your rights and why you should care.
You know, when you think about it, your private data is actually really important. That's probably why you have a bank deposit box or even a special room at your home or workplace where you keep your documents. So in a digital world where you find yourself increasingly having to share your private information, just how well do you know your data privacy rights?
I've never heard about anything to do with data, privacy, whatever.
Data prices, mimi nishasikia data bundles, sijaisikia data prices.
Rights najua kidogo, ni mtu asiingie kwa mtandao yako, hiyo ndo najua tu.
Data rights, I've ever heard about them, and actually it's very important for everyone to know about data rights.
According to a 2019 Global United Nations survey on online privacy, Kenya is ranked the lowest when it comes to caring about their online data. The study found that only 4 in every 10 internet users in Kenya cared about their online privacy. This ranked poorly against other countries studied that found that 8 out of 10 users cared about their online privacy. Data privacy concerns how data is collected, shared, and used. Data can include your name, address, amongst many other things. In November of last year, a new Data Protection Act was introduced. In it seeks to outline restrictions on the handling of data and sharing by businesses and the government. Violations of the law attract up to 10 years imprisonment or a fine of up to 3 million shillings. Under Article 31 of the Constitution, citizens are granted the right to privacy. The Data Act, however, takes it a step further.
It means I need to give consent. It gives me more control over my data. It tells me who I should complain to when something happens with regard to my personal information. It tells other people what kind of information they're allowed to collect and what information they should never collect. So with that regard, it's a really progressive legislation.
So what exactly are you as a citizen entitled to under the Act?
You are entitled to transparency. You are entitled to answers. Companies are supposed to tell you, if you have questions, write to this person and ask them, and they should give you an answer within this period of time. So start asking those questions. Start asking them, okay, last year I remember you did this and this and this. Where did you take my data? Okay? Exercise your right to consent. Okay? And when you no longer consent to the collection of data, withdraw consent. I mean, you're powerful now.
Businesses will also now have to reassess how they deal with consumer personal data.
When you decide to collect information of whatever kind, first think, these are human beings I'm dealing with, how am I going to protect their data? Then you collect their data, not as an afterthought.
Anita Nkonge, NTV.
That you have certain rights when it comes to internet use and the online use of it as well. But away from that, embattled Nairobi Governor Mike Sonko has fired 2 county executive members in the latest reshuffle of his cabinet. Sonko has also recalled Super Minister Charles Kerich, who is suspended at the height of his troubles, and assigned him to the Lands Department. Also reinstated is Mohamed Dagane, who is now responsible for transport, as Mel Miendo tells us.
Nairobi Governor Mike Sonko, who had been barred from accessing his county office over corruption charges, has reorganized the county government. Sonko has fired Pauline Kahiga, who was serving in finance, and Winfred Gathangu, who was agriculture CEC member. The governor also brought back 2 ministers from the cold. He reinstated his Super Minister Charles Kerich to Lands and Urban Planning docket, while Mohamed Dagane is back and now taking care of the transport docket. Sonko had suspended the 2 last year. Larry Wambua, who was serving as devolution CEC member, has been moved to the environment docket, while Veska Kangogo, who was serving at the environment docket and as acting minister for health, has been transferred to the devolution docket. Karen Nyamu will head the agriculture docket while George Osewe is in charge of trade. Nyamu and Osewe will first have to be vetted and approved by the county assembly. Hitan Majevda has been retained as Health CEC member together with Lucia Mulwa as Education CEC member. Lebo Olemorintat has been confirmed as the substantive county secretary. This latest move by Sonko has raised legal questions on whether he has the right to reshuffle his cabinet when he is barred from office by the court over corruption charges.
Tumewaambia MCA wa Nairobi waangalie vile watu wa MCA wa Kiambu wamefanya. Waondoe huyo mwizi mara moja aende nyumbani.
Sonko's changes come hot on the heels of a court ruling over Samburu Governor Moses Lenol Kulal's cabinet reshuffle. Senior Principal Magistrate Thomas Nzioki explained that the interpretation of access to office cannot be stretched to include suspension of duties except in express instances where the governor is prohibited by bail terms. The Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions is expected to react to the latest move. Mel Miendo, NTV.
From governance to crime, and police in Kwale County have arrested a woman believed to be behind the gruesome murder of a German tourist in Malindi, that's in Kilifi County. 32-year-old Mary Mwikali Kavu was reported to have been behind the death of 78-year-old tourist Detering Herman. This and more in our crime beat tonight.
Morena Cottage, cordoned off by DCI detectives attached to the homicide unit who have begun probing the murder of tourist Detering Herman, who was staying here. The key suspect, 32-year-old Mary Mwikali Kavu, reportedly the late Herman's lover, was today arrested by police officers in Diani South Coast, where police say she had been hiding. The body of the deceased was found on the 28th of January in a pool of blood with deep cuts in his hotel room. Meanwhile, in Machakos, police have arrested a man who is believed to have killed his mother and niece in their home in Malindi village. 33-year-old Mwanza Kaloki is said to have butchered his 74-year-old mother Ndinda Kaloki and his 6-year-old niece over a conflict relating to food. It is, however, reported that Mwanza had earlier threatened his parents in a dispute over a parcel of land which he wanted to be given. Machakos OCPD Mos Ndiwa says Mwanza was found hiding in his sister's granary. The suspect is being held at Machakos police station, awaiting to be presented to court on Monday. A family from Endebess in Trans Nzoia County are appealing to the government to help them bring in the body of their loved one who passed on in the United States. It is reported that 41-year-old Jacob Simatwa died in Missouri on the 24th of January under mysterious circumstances. The deceased had gone to the United States in 2002 after getting a scholarship at the University of Coastal Carolina. Helen Aura, NTV.
You're watching NTV Weekend Edition. It's time for a short breather. We still have plenty more for you, so do stay with us.
Betika community is a movement. We started this initiative to support grassroots talent because we want to change and transform lives.
Ball imechange maisha yangu. Ball imefanya nimerudi shule, nimemaliza shule. Hope sana ball itanisaidia.
At Betika we saw the amazing talent that our youth have in football around Kenya, and we said, what are the challenges that these teams and these young people are facing? And the most immediate need for them was football kits.
Tumepata uniform safi, tutakuwa tunatumia kwa tournament, so tuko ready kupiga shughuli.
Every winning team will take home a cash prize of 200,000. They get to nominate a community project in their area. Our dream is to see our boys playing in those grand soccer stadiums across the world, and we'll be very proud when we see some of our Betika community players in such tournaments.
Welcome home to Amani Ridge, the place of peace. Your own urban sanctuary. A lifestyle waiting for you just 20 kilometers from the CBD. A place to unwind and get your health and fitness goals attained. A secure place for your family. A place place for your children to have fun, a place to enjoy a sundowner. Success just doesn't happen. You have to make it happen. Make the impossible possible. Invest in Amani Ridge, the place of peace. Luxury you can afford. Call us today on 0790 300 300 or visit www.optivan.co.ke.
With Libana M-Pesa, you get more and now you can win.
My name is Keitani Ruben. I'm a police officer. It was on this week Monday when I made a transaction on Libana M-Pesa. On Tuesday, I received a call from Safaricom that I'm a lucky winner of an house. I'm going to move my family here in Nairobi. Nafurahi sana na mimi nashukuru Safaricom.
Do more with Libana M-Pesa. Your multi-bet is only trying to hit the bullseye. Oh, you lose one match, but only in Mozart. Mozart Refund, lose one game, get your cash back. Make a decision. Terms and conditions apply.
On a Sunday evening, I'm looking back over all the years and where I've been. I had the seed of rejection planted in me from a very, very tender age. And that really set the stage for my experimentation even with the drugs. With the heroin is that it gets to a point where you don't even have to hide. Like you can't hide anymore. I was at 45 kgs, skin and bones. My mom right now even tells me that, you know, I used to cry to God and ask him, am I going to bury my daughter at the age of 24?
Welcome back to the broadcast and to some politics and the politics of development, of course. You will all go it on your own. This is what President Uhuru Kenyatta is telling 2022 presidential aspirants as he toured Nyandarua County to inspect and launch government projects. The head of state also expressed his disappointment in some of the leaders in his own administration, whom he says have been loudly announcing government achievements, yet in some cases there really is nothing to show for them. Bridget Ngana reports on the growing divide in Kenya's leadership.
The head of state's visit in Nyandarua did not fall short of subtle remarks of regret and frustration. Here in Kinangop, President Uhuru Kenyatta went ham on leaders whom he says have been very vocal in publicizing government achievements, yet the Mwananchi was still languishing in underdevelopment. This comes after such projects were launched on his behalf but lay idle and effectively denying Kenyans of the fruit of their taxes. To the president, the time is still not ripe for politicking. He says that what's important is not the political mileage they are seeking, but the basic rights that Kenyans deserve.
Angĩkorwo mũingĩ ndũhũnie onawe wĩna kĩrumi mbere ya maitho make. Nĩ makaga nĩ maheni. Nĩtiguo.
These calculated and slight remarks come amid public shows of discord in not only the Jubilee Party, but the presidency as well. The narrative was carried on as various leaders allied to the Deputy President, William Ruto, claimed that they were ejected from the County Commissioner's office premises shortly before the President's arrival for a public baraza in Olkalau, on the orders of Nyandarua Governor Francis Kimemia. The handshake and the Building Bridges initiative have also served to divide leaders politically, and this has been cited as a recipe for turning the hard work of Kenyans to naught.
Hata tukitekeleza kazi ya kupatia watu title deeds, ya kufanya barabara, ya kuweka stima, ya kufanya mambo haya yote, na nchi haina amani, hizo zote ni za bure.
The president issued title deeds to more than 700 people from colonial-era villages in Nyandarua. Bridget Ngana, NTV, Nyandarua County.
To education matters now, and the fate of thousands of learners in Garissa County now hangs in the balance following a move by the Teachers Service Commission to transfer non-local teachers from the county. Boards of management of schools in Garissa are angered by TSC's move and are now threatening to withdraw learners from schools should the TSC fail to revoke the transfer of those teachers. This comes after the teachers expressed fear for their lives due to an increased Al-Shabaab attack in the region. Earlier this month, the Teachers Service Commission granted compassionate leave to teachers in Fafi, Hulugo, Ijara and Dadaab sub-counties following an Al-Shabaab attack in Kamude Primary School on January the 13th, which resulted in the death of 3 teachers.
They have never made a negotiation. They have just decided to unilaterally decide to transfer all the teachers from this region. And as I speak, more than half, actually 3/4 of our teachers are away, and our schools are now almost collapsing.
Now listen to this. The blue color is often associated with calm, peace and water, but for a family in Makueni County, blue has drawn many people's attention to them because of their daughter. The 2.5-year-old girl was born with blue eyes. The girl's unique feature, which is not a result of any medical condition, has had a big impact on the family and those around her.
From a distance, Candy Joy looks like your typical 2.5-year-old, but a closer look reveals striking blue eyes. The sun's rays here in Makueni further highlighting the crisp electric color, which her mother says become even more prominent at night.
Lakini as she was growing on, nikapata watu wengi wananisumbua sana. Ni kila mtu anapatana na yeye atakuwa like, mtoto wako sawa, mtoto wako anaona, hakuna shida. Then nikakuwa worried sana. Ikabidi nikaenda to a higher hospital.
Candy's eyes first became blue when she was 6 months old. After a number of trips to different doctors, Mary eventually made peace with the blue eyes.
Tukaenda tukaona specialist wa macho huko Lions. Akampima, akaniambia macho ya mtoto iko sawa. Hata usishinde ukisumbuka. We just be proud. You have a unique girl. She's rare. Macho yake si mingi sana.
Blue eyes is just the way the iris is pigmented. Everybody, the eyes pigmentation is different in different people. So for her, she has a pigmentation of the blue pigmentation of the iris. So we just say she has blue eyes.
These unusual circumstances have only added to the pride she has for her child. Neither Mary nor her husband have anyone with blue eyes in their family. This brought a source of tension in their marriage and presented challenges in keeping Candy safe.
Mafikira zake tu after tumekaa ndo alikuja kuniambia baadaye. Mimi alikuwa nadhani mtoto sio wake. Lakini akaona similarities mingi sana, anamfanana kila kitu ni yake yote. Kuna watu wanataka kuiba huyu mtoto. Hiyo tu ndo ile changamoto mimi hupitia sana.
Candy finds joy in dancing, singing, and of course the love for cartoons. If blue is a color of calm, for Candy it's also a sign of a bubbly child that is happy to stand out. Gina Kirori, NTV.
The team here says the eyes have it, and the young girl actually looks amazing in those blue eyes. I don't know why many people would consider that something else, being just perhaps a genetic condition, and we've seen this, and especially with the white race also. And the court has ordered the state to participate in the Kenya-Somalia border dispute case at the International Court of Justice. This is after the state had objected to an application requiring it not to participate in the case. The Attorney General, Kihara Kariuki, has however insisted that he will follow the law with regard to the settlement of the Kenya versus Somalia maritime dispute. The case revolves around the disputed maritime boundary along the Indian Ocean between the Republic of Kenya and the Federal Republic of Somalia. The new Catholic Bishop for Eldoret, Dominic Kimengich, will be installed tomorrow at the St. Peter's Seminary in Eldoret. President Uhuru Kenyatta and his deputy William Ruto are among the leaders expected to attend that event. Lois Wangoi reports on the colorful welcome accorded to Bishop Kimengich.
Celebrations to welcome Bishop Dominic Kimengich as the new Bishop of Eldoret Diocese began at this border point at Moy's Bridge area, where Catholic faithful from Lodwar Diocese, where Bishop Kimengich has been serving, handed the bishop over to the Catholic Diocese of Eldoret. His first act was to kiss the grounds here, a sign of his love and commitment in his new role of shepherding the Catholic Church in Nandi, Uasin Gishu and Elgeyo Marakwet. The crowds that came to receive him gathered at St. Teresa Catholic Church, Moy's Bridge, where the bishop made this commitment to the church.
Sisi hatubagui, hatuangalii kama huyu ni wa dini fulani ama ni wa lugha fulani. Sisi ni familia moja.
Here, the church was challenged to offer the much-needed light on the state of the nation regarding constitutional changes proposed under the BBI.
Hii BBI ilikuwa inatakiwa kuwa anza ya kuwakutanisha watu wote wa Kenya waishi kama ndugu, waweze kufanya kazi pamoja. Lakini vile sasa inaelekea inagawanya watu kuliko kuunganisha. Hiyo tu ndio naomba wanasiasa tutafakari.
Pray for this nation. Where we are as Kenya, we are not in a good place. Let's stop lying to each other.
Kwa hii mambo ya kubadilisha katiba tangu 92 na huko nyuma, kanisa played a very significant role, and we are urging our leaders, please give us direction.
Viongozi wengi wanasema ombea nchi. Mimi nitaomba nyinyi ombea wanasiasa. Chanzo ya matatizo ya wananchi ya Kenya ni wanasiasa. Na hiyo ni pamoja na mimi baba askofu, kwa sababu najua nilikuwa nimejipanga kwenda nyumbani, lakini hii kitu inaitwa BBI imeanza kuniweka pepo ingine ya tano fresh.
Bishop Kimengich will be installed Saturday morning in a ceremony to be conducted by Cardinal John Njue. Lois Wangoi, NTV, in the county of Uasin Gishu.
Over 400 families have been displaced by a landslide in Manga area of Kisii County as heavy rains continue to pound the region. The affected families now face an uncertain future as their homes and farms are destroyed by the rainfall. School-going children are now forced to stay home with their parents as some schools are affected by those landslides. Residents are calling upon the government to intervene as destruction of property increases. You are watching NTV Weekend Edition. Time for another short breather. When we come back, Dan Mwangi has the day's business. Do stay with us.
Oya ni aje, mimi ndo Jonte Fresh. Mimi ndio nimetambulika hii Gikomba yote sekta ya manguo. Jumio transform nguo ordinary za mtush zenye ziuka mna hii harufu ya bail into the freshest igikosi yote. Siri ni hii real mpya ya pink. Na kushow mtush zinang'ara kung'ara kushinda kamera. So clean, so fresh. Customer unaisana na story. Ninatumia aerial touch-up down mpya tu.
Sensitivity is a short, sharp pain that people experience when they have something hot or cold getting to the nerve of the tooth, causing that discomfort. If the sensitivity is left alone, it may get worse. Dentists recommend Sensodyne to their patients. It's able to get inside the tooth and calm the nerve of the tooth down, and the proof's in the results. It works.
Birthday party!
Birthday party! Birthday party!
Birthday party!
Are we not invited?
We have gifts!
Malaria!
Mommy! Pest!
Rat!
Or die!
Party!
Compared to Northway Spray, Mortein Doom Power Guard kills disease-causing pests instantly. Mortein Doom Power Guard.
Meru County Government brings you the first ever Mount Kenya Mountain Running Championship on 22nd February 2020. Come run for a cause to fight cancer, boost environmental conservation, and promote Meru County as a tourist destination. The proceeds from this run go towards the building of the first ever Cancer Institute in Meru Level 5, which will be used to do research on cancer, create awareness, advise on preventive measures, offer diagnosis and treatment. Register to be part of the event at www.mountkenyarunmeru.co.ke. Challenging the heights.
Inakwambia bibi kuna mdenge fulani bibi hapo na nywele refu yani. Kuna ngoko fulani bibi amemezali yake hadi Sasa ndio maana nina kutupinya mtu mbao. Mimi nimemjenga dhao. Gari ilikuwa salasa. Akaniambia nimjenge 70k ngapata na 30 yangu.
The way this position is tiring. Nimechoka.
Who's that? Ni shosho fulani hapa hivi.
Ati shosho.
Call for long at 1 shilling 50 cents to all networks.
Cartelo!
Dial star 544 hash to subscribe. Telcom, moving with you.
Do you know what makes my cooking fun? It's having a partner who shares my passion for healthy cooking. Avena, the new premium vegetable cooking oil, contains omega-6 and 9 and is fortified with vitamins A and D. Lunch! Thanks, partner. New Avena premium vegetable cooking oil. Now available in all leading stores.
Prepare yourself for a new live bet experience. Top minute, boosted live bet odds. Mozart, make a decision.
Good evening and welcome to NTV Business. My name is Dan Mwangi. Now, a section of listed entities are taking advantage of loopholes in the capital markets regulatory framework to issue profit warnings and financial results at the same time. Victor Kiprop reports on the regulatory lacuna and how it inhibits investors' ability to act on the information in determining their investment decisions in good time.
Ever ready East Africa's decision to release its results for the year ended 30th September 2019 and issue a profit warning for the same period simultaneously has once again put on the spot the regulatory lacuna around issuance of profit warnings in the country.
When it comes to issuance of profit warnings, the legal framework is very clear that you need to do it in good time so that investors get this information in good time. And sometimes we've seen companies release these profit warnings either on the same day when they are releasing their accounts or just a few days before that.
The American battery manufacturer saw its losses for the period widen by 161% to 303 million shillings, up from 116 million shillings recorded in the last financial year. And while the drop is well above the 25% decline in earnings that listed firms are required to disclose, shareholders, investors and the public only got to know about it this morning.
The law is not very strict on these are the number of days you should have released the profit warning before you release the results. However, as good practice, we expect that managements of listed companies will be aware of these issues which are causing them to issue profit warnings and therefore to issue those profit warnings in good time.
The Capital Markets Authority acknowledges the loophole and its weaknesses in regulating the sector, part of which it says are to blame for the low uptake of capital market products in the country.
The feeling we have is we need to look at our legal framework, because companies, our licensed persons and others fail, perhaps because of the so many restrictive requirements in certain areas. The cost of compliance seems to be high.
Victor Kiprop, NTV Business.
East African Breweries Limited has announced an interim dividend of 3 shillings per share for the year ended December 2019. I beg your pardon. This is after posting a 9% increase in net profit to 7.2 billion shillings. Not all is smooth for EABL, however, as it has received a blow on the corridors of justice. Alex Mwangi reports.
The 3 shillings per share interim dividend is a 20% increment on the 2 shillings and 50 cents amount it offered shareholders at a similar period last year, going against the grain of the trend of many firms which had a difficult 2019.
Gross profit plus what?
The company is confident that there is ample headroom for further growth.
Only 4 in 10 East Africans drink formal beverage alcohol. In the UK, my previous company, penetration was near 90%, over 90% actually, so 40% penetration. And in spirits, only 20% penetration. So you've got lots and lots of people that we could bring into the category if we can get the right price points, the right products, etc. You've got 1 million East Africans coming into legal drinking age every single year.
As news of the robust performance was filtering in, it also emerged that the High Court has declined an application by East African Breweries Limited to dismiss a suit by 6 distributors who are contesting the engraving of the 500 milliliter beer bottles, commonly referred to as Euro bottles, with EABL's initials. Justice Grace Nzioki of the Milimani Commercial Division declined to strike out the distributor's case, terming such a move as draconian. A suit between the main protagonists, EABL and Keroche Breweries, over the 500 milliliter Euro bottle will be heard on March 10, 2020. EABL has through the years also been grappling with taxation, which has led to a decline in bottled beer.
So what has been happening in the last 10 years, the tax regime has been very aggressive. We've seen a 100% increase in the tax rate or excise rate on bottled beer. So I think we are getting into the economic part of diminishing returns, where I think government is going to start losing revenue from bottled beer, and bottled beer will continue to decline.
EABL spent 4.4 billion shillings in capital expenditure in the 6 months ending December 2019, compared to 4.8 billion shillings the previous year. Focus for the latter part of its financial year is bullish, even as the fast approaching regional election cycle, which may dampen the pace of growth in the short term, kicks in. The company is confident that the new brewery in Kisumu will provide further impetus for growth. Alex Mwangi, NTV.
Stakeholders in the telecommunications sector now have 30 days to submit their views on an application by Telcom Kenya and Airtel Kenya before the Competition Tribunal seeking revision of terms set ahead of the formation of a joint venture between the two players. Now, Telcom Kenya and Airtel have contested several conditions stipulated by the Competition Authority of Kenya, that's CAK, including preventing commercial negotiations with government in relation to access of fiber managed by Telcom Kenya. The two telcos filed a case before the Competition Tribunal, the body which resolves disputes stemming from the decisions made by the market regulator against the conditions stipulated by the competition watchdog on December 13, 2019. The telcos also want the term limit imposed on retaining their staff to shift from a period of 2 years to 1 year. Let's bring it home for a bit. A Nation Media Group has been recognized among the top 100 companies globally which have leveraged innovation to navigate a daunting business environment in 2019. The group made it to the World Finance 100 list alongside multinationals such as retail giant Walmart and telephony companies Samsung and Apple. Nation Media Group CEO Stephen Gitagama welcomed the recognition, saying the group is now looking to further its footprint on the digital front to strengthen its market positioning. Gitagama says this is an indication that the company is on the right track to redefine itself as the media of Africa for Africa. The recognition within the comes at a time when the Nation Media Group is celebrating its 60 years anniversary and 44 years of listing at the Nairobi Securities Exchange. Let's take a look at Food Friday this week, and managing post-harvest losses is one of the challenges cereals and horticulture farmers struggle with in the country. But innovators are calling upon the farmers to embrace simple technologies such as value addition in order to maximize the returns. Gabriel Kudaka with the details on this week's Food Friday.
November to January is usually the harvesting season for mangoes in Kerio Valley. Neatly packed nets with mangoes dot the area, with the locals busy ferrying some of the produce to the roadside, awaiting buyers. It is a bumper harvest for mango farmers in Tot, Elgeyo Marakwet County, but instead of smiling all the way to the bank, they have to jump over some hurdles. Thousands of rotten mangoes dot the ground as you move around the fields, sometimes providing a relief to birds. Johnston Kitum has been in the mango business for over 20 years, but he hardly reaps much from his 50 mango trees on this 1-acre farm, thanks to middlemen who restrict his access to a direct market.
Broker anakuja kukuambia uniuzie kwa shilingi 8 ama shilingi 10, akifika soko anaenda kuuza shilingi 15. Hapa naona kama kuna hasara mingi.
The same mangoes end up being sold for as much as 40 shillings each in the neighboring major towns of Iten and Eldoret. They hope the mango factory being set up in the area will address part of their challenges once it becomes operational.
Zile pesa ambazo tungepata kama maembe yenyewe tungekuwa na factory ya kuuzia, ama tungepata wale wanunuzi wa kununua kwa shamba direct. Kwa sababu kuna wadudu ambao wanaingilia, wanatondoa, alafu maembe inaanza kuanguka. Maembe ikianguka sasa hiyo ni hasara. Kwa mwaka nisapata hasara kama ya 75,000.
As part of mitigation measures that could cushion such farmers from post-harvest losses, the University of Eldoret, in collaboration with other researchers, has established a food processing training and incubation center where students and community members are trained in value addition.
The best way forward would actually be to add value to those mangoes. You can also make a powder out of the mangoes and use the powder to fortify their porridges, to fortify the stews that are made.
I farm potatoes, but majorly I do carrot farming. We've learned the ways in which we can process the food and even improve them.
With this kind of value addition innovation, farmers need not panic and sell the produce at a throwaway price because the process increases the product's shelf life.
I majorly was interested in the cabin post-harvest losses for Irish potatoes and carrots because in our county, that is Nakuru County, they are produced in plenty, and but the consumption is quite minimal, and most of the harvest gets lost.
As far as vegetables are concerned, all that a household needs to do is have the excess vegetables dried so that during the dry season you are just able to rehydrate the vegetables and make a very good stew, which is very acceptable.
20, this is 100. Okay, and what are they? The dried mangoes, Mombasa.
Experts say the post-harvest losses in most counties within the North Rift ranges from 30 to 40%. For Food Friday, I am Gabriel Kudaka.
That's Food Friday. Now let's take a look at the financials. That's it for business and myself for the week. Have yourself a good night and a great weekend. But after the break, Bullseye.
I am pleased by just the simple little things of life. And I promise if you take the time, you won't be looking for too long before you find this little secret of mine.
Do your gums hurt? Yeah. Does your toothpaste contain sage, eucalyptus, myrrh, chamomile? All that in one toothpaste? Yes, try Colgate Herbal. Colgate Herbal contains nature's best herbs and Colgate's fluoride technology to give you strong teeth and healthy gums. Ah, Colgate Herbal. Let's go. Colgate Herbal for strong teeth and healthy gums naturally.
Are you a KCSE graduate? Congratulations! Achieve your career dream by enrolling for a rewarding course with CASNEB. CASNEB is a professional examination body with a mandate to offer globally recognized professional, diploma, and certificate qualifications through various accredited institutions. Enroll now for professional qualification whose entry grade is C+, diploma in credit management or accounting technician diploma course whose entry requirement is a C- in KCSE, or for certificate in accounting and management skills comes with a minimum grade of D plain. For more details, call 020-4923-000 or visit our website on www.casneb.or.ke. CASNEB, be empowered.
What do you see on the horizon? They say how you start your decade will determine how the rest of it will be. Imagine a decade full of opportunities, investment being one of them. Do you want a place to feed your mind, body and soul? A place to unwind every day, where you can get your health and fitness goals attained? A secure place for your family? A center for quality academic goals for your kids? Or perhaps a place to connect with your friends? Well, you can get all this and more at Amani Ridge, the place of peace, just 20 kilometers from the CBD. Call us today on 0790 300 300 or visit www.optivan.co.ke.
Welcome to our big family. You see, in this family, we have fun together and we look out for each other because we care. We share whatever we have. We protect and support each other. Welcome home, where we love and care for each other. We're so excited that you're joining us.
Welcome to the new member of our Nivea family. New Nivea Petroleum Jelly Essence, enriched with glycerin for long-lasting moisture and protection.
Welcome back to NTV Weekend Edition. It's time for Bullseye, and it is the season of new slogans, new political formations, and even uniforms. The battle lines can now easily be seen, and all this thanks to something called BBI. Already some are falling by the wayside as what is now officially a very divisive initiative gathers steam. And as Manuel Juma now reports on Bullseye, the BBI is also brewing up many things, including love. Take a look.
Now, look what BBI is giving birth to. I told you it was all about Bibi. Now add Bwana to that, and what you have is Bwana na Bibi. Yes, that one, Mr. President. But again, what happens in Naivasha remains in Naivasha. But this, I have to say, was giving the Building Bridges initiative a whole new meaning. Yes, a cheer was in order. This is an achievement, I say. And a miracle too. Sudi was singing and conducting a choir. Music in Naivasha.
No one can stop reggae.
And music in Mombasa.
Nobody can stop reggae.
And a brand new slogan. Team and uniforms. Something is definitely cooking. It's time to stand up to be counted, so it seems.
Na hiyo safari hakuna mtu atanizuia jameni. Hiyo nimesema. Hiyo safari nitatimiza.
Uhuru, thank you very much. You have been a good president. After 10 years, go home to Katundu. Kaa huko kabisa kabisa kabisa. Mambo yake inakwisha.
You started it, and it's good you are finishing every time, BB. But don't worry, you'll never walk alone.
Na mtu ambaye hawezi kuongea kwa bunge, anakwenda kwa mikutano kutukana president. Nimekuwa na bahati siku zetu.
Tell us about those days. What could have happened?
Siku zetu sisi tulikuwa kwa power. Ati wewe unaenda kutukana Moi. Uwezi lala nyumbani utakojoa mpaka asubuhi.
Back to Naivasha. Sounds ominous. Perhaps something is about to happen.
Every rally we will organize, we will make sure that every shade of opinion and every leader from different political parties and every place will not only speak, but they will have also a right to speak their mind without being forced to sing a particular recital before you can say your point. So everybody...
If any Kenyan is in doubt what hypocrisy looks like, they should look at the William Ruto-led Tanga Brigade.
Yes, indeed. But let them explain the modus operandi for their rallies.
We will not orchestrate or a situation where we'll force anybody to sing the tune of our party leader or our deputy party leader for them to get an opportunity to speak.
We are aware that they were collecting signatures to bring to Parliament to impeach President Uhuru Kenyatta. They are too few, they are too small, and they are minute in the system of governance of this country.
Wow. How many members were here anyway?
There were barely 100 members of parliament there.
There were 78.
So I want to challenge them to publish those names. There were 73 members of parliament there.
Disagreement within and without. First rewind. Who reached out to who?
Even before the Honorable Raila reached out to Uhuru Kenyatta, he reached out to me.
Why would I even call Ruto? I never called Uhuru. Why would I call Ruto? I never did. So that I can swear, I never talked to William Ruto.
Not much love there. But Babaya was reaching out for love, feelings.
Because it is very, very unfair. It is ungodly for me to work the way I worked, to be where I am. Then I'm removed unceremoniously.
Remember, he had vowed he fears only two things.
Mimi naogopa Mwenyezi Mungu na ujimoto peke yake.
Look at him now. He definitely fears what the future holds. But this was reaching out with meaning. Do it again, Nyoro. Or should I say... Emmanuel Juma, Bullseye, NTV.
Let's now cross the borders after Bullseye, and Britain is set to leave the European Union at 11 p.m. tonight after 3.5 years of political push and pull. Britain is now cut off from the various barriers and regulations that favored the EU member states. And as for Kenya, exports like flowers, vegetables, fruits, tea and coffee are expected to flourish as farmers hope for better access to the UK market. The UK was a strong opponent of the EU common agriculture policies that offered subsidies that disadvantaged disadvantaged Kenyan, French and snow bean farmers. It's time for a quick break, and Brian Otwal has the sports on the other end. Stay with us.
This is NTV. Eldoret Technical Training Institute. Registration for January, May and September 2020 intakes is ongoing. Apply now. Eldoret Technical Training Institute. Growing reputation.
Umewahi jichanganya ukanunua choko yako ikue alamu, alafu bwana yako akakuja jioni akakula hiyo alamu akaitengeneza kitoweo. Kuna karembo hapa kananiangalia kameshanga, kamecheka mpaka lipstick huko imeisha. Anacheka na mdomo ya chwati.
Avena contains omega-6 and 9 and is fortified with vitamins A and D. New Avena Premium Vegetable Cooking Oil. Now available in all leading stores.
Did you know? You can enjoy world-class service from our close to 40,000 dedicated employees across the globe. Absa, operating as Barclays in Kenya.
Molfix breathable surface developed with airsoft technology is very soft and provides the best Molfix skincare.
I found the best diaper for my baby's sensitive skin.
All babies deserve a high-quality diaper. You should also try Molfix.
Your multi-bet is only trying to hit the bullseye. Oh, you lose one match, but only in Mozart. Mozart Refund, lose one game, get your cash back. Make a decision. Terms and conditions apply.
On a Sunday evening, I'm looking back over all the years and where I've been. I had the seed of rejection planted in me from a very, very tender age. And that really set the stage for my experimentation even with the drugs. With heroin is that it gets to a point where you don't even have to hide. Like you can't hide anymore. I was at 45 kgs. Skin and bones. My mom right now even tells me that, you know, I used to cry to God and ask him, am I going to bury my daughter at the age of 24?
NTV Sport in association with Mozart Bet. SMS NTV to 29990.
Let's have a look at the day's sports news. Welcome, my name is Brian Otwal. Marathon world record holders Eliud Kipchoge and Brigid Kosgei will lead Kenya's men and women's team for the Tokyo Olympic Games in July. Amos Kipruto and Lawrence Cherono, as well as Brigid Kosgei, Vivian Cheriot and Ruth Chepngetich also made the 10-member team named by the Athletics Kenya.
World marathon record holder Eliud Kipchoge will defend his Olympic title in Tokyo, Japan after being selected in the men's marathon squad. Kipchoge, who won his maiden Olympic crown in Rio, Brazil in 2016, will be seeking to make history once again this year in his title defense in Sapporo, Japan.
His whole career has been building up to this moment.
He will lead the men's charge that also has Boston and Chicago marathon champions Lawrence Cherono and world marathon bronze medalist Amos Kipruto. World half marathon silver medalist Bedan Karoki and Honolulu marathon champion Titus Ekiru are in the reserves list.
You are not selected because you are an athlete. You are selected because you are service all over the world, shown you are clean.
Kwa speed niseme niko sawa. So endurance studio nitaongeza.
After breaking Paula Radcliffe's 16-year women's marathon record at the Chicago Marathon last year, Bridget Kosgei will be hoping to win. Champion Vivian Cheriot, who will be taking part at the London Marathon in April, will be marking her marathon debut at the Olympics. Reigning world champion Ruth Chemngetich also made the women's team.
I'm ready. I'm going to prepare well. I'm going to train hard and also to be focused so that when I go there with that focus that I want to get a medal. Of course, everybody wants to get a gold medal.
Frankfurt Marathon champion Valeria Yabei and Sally Chepiego are in the standby list.
Raundi tutapata sababu hii timu yenye waliselect ni timu nzuri na wako sawa.
The team will set up camp in Kaptagat in May, 3 months before the Olympics.
We look at the ranking, the time, and of course the willingness and availability of athletes.
A rallying call was also made on the need to run clean, even as the National Olympic Committee of Kenya hoped to rewrite the script on the team's management at the Olympics.
That we have to deliver a scandal-free Tokyo 2020 Olympics, free of any scandals, be they in management, be they in finances, or even in doping.
Since they've carried our brand so well, since they have allowed our national anthem to be sung across the world so many times, I think we all owe them full support.
And Kenya will face hosts Japan, two-time Olympic gold medalist Brazil, European champions Serbia, Korea, and Dominican Republic in Group A of the Tokyo Olympics, which is set to run from July 24th to August 9th this year. Kenya qualified for the 2020 Tokyo Olympic Games earlier this month in Yaoundé, Cameroon. The Paul Bitok coach side defeated Botswana, Egypt, Cameroon, and Nigeria to book the sole slot reserved for Africa in the quadrennial bonanza. Kenya, who are making a return to the Summer Games after a 16-year hiatus, will battle for the top 2 slots, which will guarantee them a place on the semi-finals. World champions and 2016 Rio Olympic Games gold medalists China headline Group B, which also features USA, Russia, Italy, Argentina, and Turkey. And Nike's controversial Vaporfly range will not be banned, but there will be tighter regulations around high-tech running shoes, according to the governing body World Athletics. Any new shoe technology developed after the 30th of April will have to be available on the open market for 4 months before an athlete can use it in competition. World Athletics has also introduced an immediate indefinite ban on any shoes that have a sole thicker than 40 millimeters. The Alpha Fly prototype shoes worn by Eliud Kipchoge when he became the first athlete to run a marathon in under 2 hours in October 2019 will be banned. The athletes wearing the new footwear, including Nike's latest Vaporfly, have taken 31 or 36 top 3 finishes in major marathons last year. And the national sevens rugby team Shujaa begins their Sydney Sevens campaign against Fiji at 6:09 a.m. on Saturday. Paul Finney's Chargers then play Wales at 12:05 p.m. before wrapping up their Pool A matches against Hamilton Sevens winners New Zealand at 5:41 a.m. on Sunday. Shujaa are currently 10th in the table with 25 points. The tournament in Sydney will maintain the format in Hamilton that saw only the 4 pool stage winners advance to the semi-finals. And back home, third-placed Homeboys take on fifth-placed Top Fry Nakuru in a peak of 6 Kenya Cup matches taking place across the country on Saturday. Kabras are still top of the table of a Kenya Cup. And 8 matches are lined up on Saturday in the Premier League, with runaway leaders Liverpool welcoming Southampton at the Anfield. The Reds will seek a 6th consecutive league win against the Saints, but will have to do so without services of deadly Sadio Mane, who suffered a muscle tear. Chelsea, on the other hand, will travel to face third-placed Leicester.
Moi University, the foundation of knowledge.